Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Whitley. Welcome to an all-important matchup in Week 7, and welcome to October in Indiana Northeast High School football. And tonight, an all-important one in the NE8, as it is the East Noble Knights, taking on the Columbia City Eagles. Hi, everyone. Joe Northern, delighted to have you with us. Tonight's game on Summit City Sports is brought to you by the following, including the Big Eyed Fish Bar and Grill. You can enjoy the best fish in Fort Wayne in a family-friendly environment only at the Big Eyed Fish. By Tom Steele Tire. 2 locations best to serve you off North Clinton and West Jefferson. Tom Steele Tire is your quality choice for tire and automotive needs. By Ottmuller Contracting. From bid to build, Ottmuller Contracting has you covered. Visit ottmullercontracting.com today. By Summit Volleyball. Training and building the highest quality volleyball players from ages 5 to 18. Jump on board. Together, we can reach the summit. By Jolly Law Firm, the area's best defense and premier criminal defense firm. Whether you're facing an OWI or any other criminal accusation, Jolly Law Firm helps defend the accused from the government and is the best defense. The choice of an attorney should not be based solely upon advertisements. By Siokas Cleaning and Restoration, quality work, responsive service, and a commitment to people. That's what they're all about. Visit them online at siokas.com. By the University of St. Francis and their online degree programs, where degree programs can be completed in as little as 12 months. Visit online.sf.edu today. By TJW Industrial, the leaders in refrigeration, mechanical, HVAC, plumbing, whatever it may be, they've got you covered off Freedom Way, and visit them online at tjwindustrial.com. By the 12,000 Hoosier men and women in the affiliated district councils that help build Indiana, we are LIUNA. By Parkview Sports Medicine and their Edge Training Program. You can earn your edge today by visiting parkviewsportsmedicine.com/edge for a free evaluation. And, of course, brought to you by the fine folks here at Summit City Sports. Be sure to follow us on Facebook. Follow us on X at 260 Sports. And subscribe to our YouTube channel. And what a busy night we have here coming up in the 260, and an all-important one in the NE8. A conference championship could be decided tonight, but the Eagles certainly want to play spoiler on this October 3rd evening. In case you're wondering, yes, it is October 3rd. And yes, the postseason is just 3 weeks away as we get you ready for Week 7 here on SummitCitySports.com. We'll be back with a pregame preview coming up in just a moment.
Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260's dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our cameras. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
The athletes has always been here, and they're getting better. I'm watching, Summit City Sports, man, they're doing an awesome job. And, that's a plug. Them dudes are doing an outstanding job. And I'm able to be in Nashville and watch games on YouTube that they're broadcasting, and I'm seeing the talent. And it is just truly outstanding. And, you guys have seen the talent that's in the NFL now from Fort Wayne, Indiana, the talent that's coming up now, and the talent that, is just here, man. It's really cool.
Developed for athletes of all sports, PSM's Edge Training Program is a personalized, high-intensity experience designed to help you outperform the competition. Whether you're looking to enhance your speed, strength, power, agility, or overall fitness, our expert training staff will build a program that adapts to your schedule while maximizing your overall performance. Now accepting athletes 12 years old and up. Get started today. Schedule your free evaluation at psmsports.com/edge.
I started playing football when I was 4 years old in the Cub Football League at Leo. My freshman year of high school, I really started to notice that there was something different about how I played compared to what some other people were playing like. So then I started to develop more. I started to see the results, and then being able to go to Iowa was a big opportunity for me. Being able to train here at PSM has really given me an edge over my competitors. Working on my speed, that's the name of the game nowadays, is who's the fastest guy on the field. Being able to put my body in different positions to allow me to be in the best position during the game is so important, to not take those days off and just get into a place like PSM where they have flexible hours, and it's good for college athletes to come in and just train.
Anderson Heating and Air, locally owned and operated with over 50 years of experience. Call us today and get a free quote on a brand new furnace and AC, financed and available. Don't wait. Call us today and sign up for a maintenance agreement and stay cool. Our maintenance agreements will ensure that you're first in line if you have an emergency, and we'll send one of our service techs out for cleanings twice a year. Call us at 557-0958 or request an appointment on our website. Call Anderson Heating and Air, where your emergency is our emergency.
Game day, the moment athletes live for, the intensity, the passion, the unforgettable plays. And while you focus on the game, Watermark Sports Photo captures the memories. From the heart-pounding action to the game-winning score, our game day photos make your athlete the star. But we don't stop at game day. With our Sportrait sessions, together we dream up poses and take your athlete's story to the next level. Serving Northeast Indiana and Northwest Ohio, from colleges to high schools and club sports, moments fade, but the memories last forever. Watermark Sports Photo, where every shot is legendary.
At PSM Sports Therapy, recovery is more than getting you back to your sport. It's about building a stronger version of you. Our team of experts uses state-of-the-art technology to build personalized care plans that get you healthy and back in action safely. With no physician order needed, contact us directly to receive top-quality care exactly when you need it. Call 260-266-4007. Visit one of our Fort Wayne locations or go to psmsports.com to learn more.
The future is what you make it, so make it matter. At the University of St. Francis, we'll help you build a purposeful life, one based on your interests, goals, and desire to make the world a better place. Learning is personal here. You'll be known by name, supported by experts, and connected to professional opportunities. Our Catholic values will inspire you to use your education for the greater good by serving and leading others. Remember, the future is what you make it. Build a life of meaning and purpose at St. Francis. You belong here.
Tired of waiting for a doctor's referral to start physical therapy? At Indiana Physical Therapy, you don't need a prescription. You have the power to choose where you go for expert care. Our experienced therapists will help you get back to doing what you love. With over 19 locations, getting the care you need has never been easier. Take the first step towards a healthier, more active lifestyle. Visit IndianaPT.com to schedule your appointment today.
Indiana Physical Therapy, where people go to get better.
Here, every athlete is one of one. Every day is an opportunity to improve, to become faster, stronger, healthier. That's our commitment. With elite training and expert care, we transform athletes by pushing through challenges and sharing every victory. PSN, you've got goals. We help you get there. Learn more at psmsports.com.
I got a whole other thing and I come from study. And now the whole world gon' know my name. And I used to have nothing, but now I got a whole lot of everything. That's why I come from study. When I'm gone, the whole world gon' know my name. 12 years old, caught up in that street life. I was trying to sound harder than the street light.
We welcome you back inside to Columbia City and an all-important matchup tonight between two teams trying to go on a late run in the month of October and perhaps even further as East Noble comes in at 6-0 on the season. Columbia City at the 5th place spot in the NE8. But why is this important for East Noble? Yes, another win to try to stay on top to try to go to 7-0. Yes, a win tonight would outright clinch the NE8. But also, too, what would that mean to continue to push the program forward? It would give them progress and a sense of relief, especially against run-heavy teams on the road. Something we saw East Noble have a little bit of an issue a couple of weeks ago at DeKalb, where the Barons found a way to get 2 quick touchdowns on the board thanks to the run and quick RPO options in crunch time. But it was Riley Biddle who found a way to shut it down at the end of that matchup against the DeKalb Barons back on September 12th. And since then, the team has been absolutely on a roll with that air raid offense that you know and love, winning against Leo 56-40 in the shootout. I hope you have the over in that one. And Norwell and winning that one 35-0, their third shutout in 2025. How is East Noble getting it done? Well, a combination of rushers and receivers led by Austin Phillips, the freshman, coming in at 102 yards per game. Ian Ramey not too far behind with 84. Alex Scott with 97 yards in the receptions. Alex Phillips also getting 53 yards in the air. Jack Slater getting 25 on the season. However, touchdown leaders, again, Riley Biddle, he does a great job of rushing it all on his own with 7 total touchdowns on the season. As it stands, Austin Phillips not too far behind either with 7, and Alex Scott with 6 on the board. As again, the team's just continuing to counter back and forth. And that's where this team, Columbia City, certainly has a good opportunity to ride in on the rush here in 2025. And they do it by Lucas Duncan leading the way, or on receptions, Lucas Duncan with 25 yards per game. But Trace Parrish, the senior, and Duncan and Smith each averaging at least 45 yards per game. So they have 3 different weapons that they can work with on the ground tonight in Smith and Duncan and Parrish. Duncan, a key name to keep an eye on as he's only a sophomore. Parrish and Gavin Smith, each seniors. And in tackles per game, Sam Bean leading the way with 6 tackles per game. Austin Phillips, Alex Phillips with each at 8 tackles per game. Andrew Oakes not too far behind. He has 7.8 tackles per game. So when you take a look at the stats, yes, they do favor East Noble just a little bit. But however, don't say that to Columbia City. They have been known to catch teams rather close when the momentum strikes high. And for Columbia City, they haven't beat this East Noble team in 3 seasons. That was the 2022 season that they ended up taking home that sectional crown. But then since then, East Noble has certainly ran away with this matchup in the last 2 seasons. Look at their schedules. They started off the season at 3-0 with wins over Northwood, Plymouth, and Belmont, but then lost to Huntington North 21-14. A matchup, mind you, they were trailing at the half 21-0, and then lost to DeKalb, their biggest loss of the season, 28-7. And New Haven, they get the win 42-13. We'll step aside. Opening kick in just a moment.
Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260's dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our cameras. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
The athletes has always been here, and they're getting better. I'm watching, Summit City Sports, man, they're doing an awesome job. And, that's a plug. Them dudes are doing an outstanding job. And I'm able to be in Nashville and watch games on YouTube that they're broadcasting, and I'm seeing the talent. And it is just truly outstanding. And, you guys have seen the talent that's in the NFL now from Fort Wayne, Indiana, the talent that's coming up now, and the talent that, is just here, man. It's really cool.
Developed for athletes of all sports, PSM's Edge training program is a personalized, high-intensity experience designed to help you outperform the competition. Whether you're looking to enhance your speed, strength, power, agility, or overall fitness, our expert training staff will build a program that adapts to your schedule while maximizing your overall performance. Now accepting athletes 12 years old and up. Get started today. Schedule your free evaluation at psmsports.com/edge.
I started playing football when I was 4 years old in the Cub Football League at Leo. My freshman year of high school, I really started to notice that there was something different about how I played compared to what some other people were playing like. So then I started to develop more. I started to see the results, and then being able to go to Iowa was a big opportunity for me. Being able to train here at PSM has really given me an edge over my competitors. Working on my speed, that's the name of the game nowadays, is who's the fastest guy on the field. Being able to put my body in different positions to allow me to be in the best position during the game. It's so important to not take those days off and just get into a place like PSM where they have flexible hours hours, and it's good for college athletes to come in and just train.
Anderson Heating and Air, locally owned and operated with over 50 years of experience. Call us today and get a free quote on a brand new furnace and AC, financed and available. Don't wait. Call us today and sign up for a maintenance agreement and stay cool. Our maintenance agreements will ensure that you're first in line if you have an emergency, and we'll send one of our service techs out for cleanings twice a year. Call us at 557-0958 or request an appointment on our website. Call Anderson Heating and Air, where your emergency is our emergency.
Game day, the moment athletes live for, the intensity, the passion, the unforgettable plays. And while you focus on the game, Watermark Sports Photo captures the memories. From the heart-pounding action to the game-winning score, our game day photos make your athlete the star. But we don't stop at game day. With our Sportrait sessions, together we dream up poses and take your athlete's story to the next level. Serving Northeast Indiana and Northwest Ohio, from colleges to high schools and club sports, moments fade, but the memories last forever. Watermark Sports Photo, where every shot is legendary.
At PSM Sports Therapy, recovery is more than getting you back to your sport. It's about building a stronger version of you. Our team of experts uses state-of-the-art technology to build personalized care plans that get you healthy and back in action safely. With no physician order needed, contact us directly to receive top-quality care exactly when you need it. Call 260-266-4007. Visit one of our Fort Wayne locations or go to psmsports.com to learn more.
The future is what you make it, so make it matter. At the University of St. Francis, we'll help you build a purposeful life, one based on your interests, goals, and desire to make the world a better place. Learning is personal here. You'll be known by name, supported by experts, and connected to professional opportunities. Our Catholic values will inspire you to use your education for the greater good by serving and leading others. Remember, the future is what you make it. Build a life of meaning and purpose at St. Francis. You belong here.
Tired of waiting for a doctor's referral to start physical therapy? At Indiana Physical Therapy, you don't need a prescription. You have the power to choose where you go for expert care. Our experienced therapists will help you get back to doing what you love. With over 19 locations, getting the care you need has never been easier. Take the first step towards a healthier, more active lifestyle. Visit IndianaPT.com to schedule your appointment today.
Indiana Physical Therapy, where people go to get better.
Here, every athlete is one of one. Every day is an opportunity to improve, to become faster, stronger, healthier. That's our commitment. With elite training and expert care, we transform athletes by pushing through challenges and sharing every victory. PSN, you've got goals. We help you get there. Learn more at psmsports.com.
I got a hold of everything and I come from study. And now the whole world don't know my name. And I used to have nothing, but now I got a whole lot of everything. That's why I come from study. When I'm gone, the whole world don't know my name. 12 years old, caught up in that street life. I was trying to sound harder than the street light. Ran the street sometimes.
Teams getting ready to emerge onto the field as Columbia City certainly with the advantage here as they have the blow-up eagle in the maroon and burgundy down low on the right side. And again, the Eagles come in at 4-2, but have a good opportunity to play spoiler here tonight again as they rely heavy on a rush offense. here this evening. But meanwhile, East Noble, you know the situations, you know the stories, as it has been Riley Biddle continuing to lead the way, and the dueling Phillips of Alex and Austin continuing to lead the charge for Columbia City, or for East Noble as well. And also, too, a well-covered game shows you how much the NE8 cares about its football. We are in between two broadcasts here tonight. To our left, the Eagle, Columbia City's broadcast on WJHS. And then next to us at WAWK, the Hawk also next to us here as well. So, again, hometown announcers on both sides, but we are going to try to bring it straight down the middle to you. And, of course, we'll get you updated on some of the other scores and highlights going on across the 260 here this evening. We have 4 games on our network, including the totem pole game between Northside and Southside. That is about to be going live for kickoff. We also have Northrop and Snyder here on the network. Bishop Dwenger and Bishop Luers. Dwenger trying to rebound after the loss against Northrop, as they had their largest loss and most points given up in that matchup. Can they find a way to battle back against a very good Bishop Luers team that's now rattled off 3 in a row after starting the season at 0-3? And two teams trying to get a W on the board in Concordia and Wayne. So two teams again trying to get their first win of the season. The fireworks are out, and here come the teams. As you can see, the Eagles again line up at midfield, get the teams fired up, and Columbia City going to be in the black jerseys tonight, gold numbers, gold helmets up top. East Noble going to be in their traditional white-blue jerseys, in their white jerseys, blue numbers outlined in yellow, and blue pants with a blue EN emblem and EN in the script on the heads, outlined in yellow. So it will be a busy night here tonight here at Columbia City. Of course, the story to note is that should East Noble get the win tonight, they will outright win the NE8. If they don't win, it's going to be a mix of scoreboard watching, because DeKalb and Leo still one game behind. They're not facing off against each other tonight, but they're still one game behind East Noble. So if East Noble were to stub their toe here tonight, those teams would find a way. Both teams win. You'd have a 3-way tie at the top. Columbia City would be one game behind. And again, Columbia City started the season off at 3-0, but dropped a game to Huntington North 21-14. They're tied for 4th, but Huntington North has the tiebreaker right now in the NE8. Both teams at 2-2 in league play, and taking the loss to DeKalb at home 28-7. So again, also to New Haven, they get the win 42-13. So again, as things continuing here tonight, and both teams again meeting at midfield. So Columbia City is going to receive the kickoff and won the toss, as they will go first. Riley Biddle with the backflip to get things started here tonight, as QB1 trying to be number 1, and what a year he has had so far for East Noble. Again, 7 touchdowns on the seasons, 10 touchdown passes on the board for Riley Biddle as well, 7 running on his own. You do the math, that's cause of 17 touchdowns on the season, and a 108 QB rating for QB1. Meanwhile, Columbia City, they go forward to the passing touchdown, and Gabe McDevitt, he's got 6 touching pass downs of the season. He looks for Braden Elkis, Lucas Duncan, and Gavin Smith. But you have a hunch that this is going to be one of those games that is going to be won on the ground here tonight. And the rushing yards will certainly continue to play a factor. And a great crowd, near sellout crowd here on hand. So we can see from our vantage point, the East Noble stands completely filled to the brim. But Columbia City, not quite a sellout, but quite a few members of Eagle Nation out here and ready to go. And what's been one of those intense games, could we see something special here tonight? Will East Noble win the NE8, or will Columbia City find a way to play spoiler? Let's get ready for some football here tonight in the 260. We are glad you're with us here on Summit City Sports. So East Noble going to kick it off. They're going to go right to left on your screen. Columbia City going to go left to right. As Sells is ready to kick it off. And two returners coming up for Columbia City, number 24, Lucas Duncan, and Gavin Smith. We'll see which one it goes to. Sells gets it off. We're underway. And it's bobbled from the hand, still bobbled from Smith, and still gets a way to recover it, but down to the 21-yard line. So a near fumble opportunity off the hands of Gavin Smith, the senior running back, but gets it down to their own 23-yard line. It'll set up shop 1st and 10. So again, Gavin Smith, he's got 1 touchdown reception on the season, but leading the way on defense with 6 interceptions, 5 total touchdowns in 2025. And of course, it is going to be up to the quarterback in the meantime, and Gabe McDevitt is going to hand off again to Smith. Finds a little bit of an open seam. Going to gain about 4 yards. They're going to give him 5. It'll be 2nd down. As they'll be brought down by Austin Phillips, the 6'2", 200-pound linebacker, also dueling in as the running back for Coach Alex Stewart and company. This one handed off again to Duncan. Duncan trying to find it open, or Parrish, I should say. Parrish trying to find the open seam, but couldn't get it to go. Brought down, but going to get enough for the 1st down. So that'll be roughly a 6-yard gain on the play. And Columbia City running the ball 39 times last season. And they set it up at the 32. Another handoff again. It's going to go back to Parrish yet again. As 22, the senior fullback and linebacker, getting a couple of yards on the rush. They're going to give him gain of 2 on the play. Make it 2nd and 8. So again, another chase coming up on the right side. They're going to go 1 up front, but still ticket to the ball with Parrish. Parrish finds an open seam and going to be just short. They're going to get him at roughly the 40. No, they'll give him the 1st down. So a quick 1st and 10. He was able to kind of reach over in time and get it down between the 41 and the 42. So a great reach across for number 22 in Columbia City in Trace Parrish. And he's done a great job of continuing to keep that alive. 10-10 remaining, just getting underway. It's a run situation, and he finds an open seam. Another push up front again from number 24 in Lucas Duncan. That's back-to-back 1st downs for the Eagles. Slater on the tackle, but nonetheless, a big gain up front. Going to be a gain of 12. An advantage for Columbia City, 0-0. And so Columbia City doing a great job of finding the open gaps in front of the West Noble front line. They're going to take it back over again to Parrish. Parrish again. Going to not have too much room to run with as he'll bring it down to the 41-yard line of East Noble. So gain of 5 on the play. So again, we haven't seen a 4th down opportunity for Columbia City. We haven't seen a 3rd down opportunity in the first 2:30 gone by here in this one with 9:21 remaining. And the Eagles going to go 1 out to the right, but you got to think they're going to look to Parrish again once more, and they do. Actually, no, they don't. They go to Duncan. Duncan not going to have anywhere to go. Duncan going to be brought down way back to the 47, maybe the 46-yard line. So they're going to bring him back just a little bit more. Actually, they'll only take him back to the 43. To make it 3rd and 7. So only a loss of 2 on the play. It looked like they were going to give him maybe a little bit more on that, but could not get it to go. So 8:38 to go. First third down of the game for Columbia City. They're going to continue to keep it in the backfield. Another handoff again, this time to McIntosh. There's McIntosh able to get a little bit of a gain, but not too much. So it's going to be a 4th and 4 upcoming as he was brought down by Austin Phillips. So a 4th down at the 40. Or the 39, they'll rule it. So we'll see if East Noble's going to, or Columbia City's going to go for it, and if East Noble may find a way to get a stop. Again, first drive, they've let 4:05 go off, so great clock management for the Eagles, but doesn't matter if you don't capitalize here. They go again to McIntosh. He is going to be stuffed. And nowhere to go as McIntosh gets maybe a yard, if even that, but doesn't matter. And a turnover on downs to start this one. And East Noble with a big stop and making a statement. So a 9-play, 50-yard, roughly 50-yard drive, not going to amount to anything. It'll be a turnover on downs, and they chew off about 4:16 on the clock to make it still 0-0 with 7:44 remaining in this one. East Noble, however, going to go different, much different than the Columbia City strategy, which has been run it, run it, run it. Columbia City, East Noble going to go 2 left, 2 right. Maybe try to go for a big statement to try to get on the board here first. And Biddle looks to launch this one, and he does. That's up to Alex Scott. And a quick first down dart from Biddle to Scott. A normal combination you've seen if you are East Noble. So a quick combination up front for Austin Phillips as he was able to get that over in time and get about 11 yards on the run. Biddle going to hand it off. Biddle's got a fumble. Does Columbia City think they have it? Hang on. Let's wait to see the ruling. It looks like it's going to stay with East Noble, but going to lose about 5 yards on the play. Or lose about maybe 3 yards on the play, we should say. Take him down to the 48-yard line. So loss of 3 to make it 2nd and 13. This is something that we have seen happen from this East Noble team as, again, you get a couple of darts across, but you lose a little foresight when it comes to handing the ball off. So we'll see if Biddle is still going to stick to the air raid here tonight. He's going to go back in the pocket. He wants to go for it all, and incomplete. Pass intended for number 7 and Keegan Derry, but couldn't get it to go. So a 3rd and 13 immediately with 6:51, just 6:51 remaining here in the first at the Eagles' Nest. So a 3rd and 13. East Noble with only 1 first down on the drive, 4th play of the drive so far, and only a gain of 8 yards. Biddle going to try to go at least for a home run ball. He's going to be sacked. Brought down by number 59 in Owen Love. As we take a look at that again one more time, powered by Anderson Heating and Air Conditioning. Owen Love gets him down, nowhere to go. So a 5-play drive is actually going to be a loss of 6 overall and make it 4th and a long way to go. Now they're going to bring the punting team out. So a huge stop for the Columbia City defense. So 6:08 left to go. 4th and 27 officially now at the 34-yard line. 6-play drive going to result in not much of a gain. Biddle's going to lob this one down to the 30. They don't want to look for a touch. They almost had almost another takeaway, but scooped up by Duncan in the meantime. And so Duncan will take it in good field positioning at the 33-yard line. So 5:49 left to go here in the first quarter. 0-0 our score, but it has certainly been the stories of defenses and something that I feel like we have seen before, especially in the NE8 this season, and those close matchups, it comes to those battles in the trenches and on the ground. Okay, Columbia City find a way to bust the door open and strike first. 5:49 remaining here in the first. They're going to hand this off again once more to Smith. And Smith is going to find the open seam, but maybe get down to the 37-yard line. They're giving to the 38. Actually, make it the 38, 39 officially. So a gain of 6. 2nd and 4 with 5:26 remaining. And again, this is going to be a Columbia City team that loves to run and be methodical when it comes to those handoffs. We've seen McIntosh, we've seen Duncan, we've seen Smith hand it off. Another push over to Duncan. Duncan finds an open seam and a first down. Brings it down to the 46-yard line. Brought down by number 2 in Austin Phillips. With 5:10 left to go. They stop the clock and move the chain gang again. So 3 plays already, and already a quick gain of roughly 14 yards on the drive. And still continuing going. 1 wide out to the left. They're going to continue to hand it off, and they do again to Smith. Smith not going to get much on that one. Maybe a yard or 2. And they're going to give him 2 to put him down at the 49. So a push to the 49-yard line to make it 2nd and 8. 4:30 remaining here in the opening quarter. No score. It looks like Columbia City's going to go 2 out to the left, and they will try to go it over to McDevitt. McDevitt lobs it up and caught! A big push up front and a big first down up front. This time it's number 88. And Braden Elkins, the tight end, getting the quick first down. And they take it up to the 42, so obviously plenty enough for a first down. To make it a first down at the 42, and the 3rd first down on the drive. 4:05 remaining. They're going to continue to run it up the gut, and they do. Parrish gets a hand on it. Parrish gets enough for another first down. Biddle brings him down, but it's another first down back-to-back for the Eagles. And it's the 3rd first down on the drive so far on play number 6. So we'll look to see if they're going to continue to try to handle the quick rushes up front. Again, they're not taking too much time in the huddles, so a little bit of a hurry-up offense that we're seeing tonight for this Eagles squad. Another handoff again over to Parrish. Parrish gets possibly another first down. Maybe going to be 1 short. Is going to be a yard short, brought down by number 1 in Riley Biddle. With 3:25 remaining here in the first. And a 2nd and 1 upcoming at the East Noble 23. And they're going to go for a little push up front on the QB sneak this time. And able to get first down. Well, actually won't get the first down. They'll be awfully close. Now they will officially rule it a first down. And a timeout will be called by East Noble. So East Noble will call a timeout. And just like that, Columbia City getting awfully close to the red zone here in this one. And tonight's game on Summit City Sports is brought to you by the following, including the Big Eyed Fish. You can enjoy the best fish in Fort Wayne and a family-friendly environment only at the Big Eyed Fish. By Tom Steele Tire, 2 locations best to serve you off North Clinton and West Jefferson. Visit TomSteeleTire.com. By Ottenweller Contracting, from bid to build, Ottenweller Contracting has you covered. Visit OttenwellerContracting.com. By Summit Volleyball, training and building the highest quality volleyball players from ages 5 to 18. Jump on board. Together, we can reach the summit. By Jolly Law Firm, the area's premier criminal defense firm. Whether you're facing an OWI or any other criminal accusation, Jolly Law Firm is the best defense. The choice of attorney should not be made solely upon advertisements. By Siaka Cleaning and Restoration, quality work, responsive service, and a commitment to people. That's what they're all about. That's Siakas.com. Online degree programs at the University of St. Francis designed for your convenience and flexibility. Some degree programs can be completed in as little as 12 months. Visit online.sf.edu today. So red zone opportunity upcoming. They're just outside it for Columbia City. 1st and 10 at the East Noble 22. Another handoff going to go back to Parrish again. So they're only going to give him maybe one, if even. So no gain. Well, actually, they'll give him the one. They'll give him the 1 yard. Make it 2nd and 9 with 2:52 remaining here in the opening quarter. And so Columbia City trying to find a way to bust the seam open and get a quick 6, but also do 2, making it by playing their game. Here's going to be a throw off from the hands of McDevitt. McDevitt gets it forward, and enough for another first down. And it's back in the hands of Gavin Smith. And so the 5th first down on the drive for Columbia City. And it's 1st and goal. Well, 10-yard line, so not 1st and goal. Roughly 1st and goal. No chain, so it will be 1st and goal. 2:21 remaining. They hand it off again up front to Parrish. And gets a few yards up front. And take it down to roughly the 3, if not the 4. They'll give it to him on the 4. He's brought down by number 33 in Andrew Oakes. 2nd and goal at the 4. Another handoff to Parrish. Parrish, he won't be able to break through, but gets a few more yards to make it 3rd and 2. 3rd and goal, really, but still gets 2 yards in the gain. And $1:48 left to go. So Alex Phillips brings him down, but can Columbia City find a way to push forward? And it looks like they're going to stay on the run as it stands with $1:30 remaining. Here's another handoff again. Smith takes it forward. He's going to be wrestled down on that one at the 8. So a big loss on that one as they're going to bring him down to about the 7-yard line. So again, 4th and goal. We'll look to see if they're going to bring out the kicking team or if they're going to stay and go for it. They will break out the kicking team. As it'll be Jackson Johnson ready to bring it across. He's right down the middle. And a chance to bring it up. Johnson hits it up. Nothing but straight action for Jackson Johnson. So Columbia City gets it on the board straight through with 50 seconds remaining here in the 3rd and the 1st. And the fireworks beginning to go off quickly here in this one as they lead it 3-0 here in the 1st. Well, again, we'll get you updated on some of the other scores tonight as they continue to bring you the action here on the network. Again, we'll have updates across Fort Wayne from the Totem Pole game. We have Northrop and Snyder. We also have Wayne and Concordia for you on the network. Obviously, this game, too, of course. And Bishop Dwenger taking on Bishop Allures. We'll also get you updated on Carroll Homestead and some of the other NEA games going on. But in terms of NEA, this is the place to be here tonight, as it's 3-0 advantage of Columbia City as they quickly, and do it with a long drive, too, about 5 minutes and 5 minutes plus, we should say, as they get it at 50 seconds remaining. So still plenty of time. If you know Riley Biddle, he can find a way to get a drive going rather quickly. We'll see what this Eagle defense can do here. They'll let this sail back for a touchback. So 49 seconds left to go here in quarter number 1. As a reminder, you'll see the newest and brightest in Fort Wayne tomorrow with the CYO Championship right here on Summit City Sports. Tim Atkinson, Jeff Mahoney will have the call for you beginning at 2:15 from Shields Field as the Catholic Youth League Final. We'll have that for you right here on Summit City Sports coming up tomorrow. That's going to be set for a 2:15 start time. So 3-0 in advantage of Columbia City. So the Eagles again continuing to make things happen as they went on a long drive, 67 yards we should say. They go shotgun again to Biddle. He's going to be brought out. Ball is loose. Ball is loose. Going to stay again for East Noble, but they bring him down to the 12. So a loss of 8 and yet another near takeaway for Columbia City. So a loss of 8 on the push. About 3 seconds between game clock and play clock. So they're going to have to get one more play off here, and it looks like they might go air raid. 1 left, 3 right. 3 in the top, 1 on the bottom of your screen. Biddle sticks with it. Biddle lobs it over, gets it across, this time to connect with Jack Slater, it appears. But Slater not going to get enough, and that is how the first quarter will come to an end. So we go to the second. It is Columbia City leading 3-0 thanks to the field goal from the boot of Jackson Johnson. We'll be back in a moment. This is high school football on Summit City Sports.
Thanks for watching Summit City Sports. To help broaden our coverage, we're asking you to become a monthly sponsor to our Patreon account. We produce weekly highlights and live video broadcasts. When the Homestead Girls Golf Team won its first state title in program history, we were there. When Fort Wayne brought back 3 state titles in cross country, we were there. We believe in sharing positive stories and setting the standard for how high school sports should be covered. Join us and donate today.
Game day, the moment athletes live for, the intensity, the passion, the unforgettable plays. And while you focus on the game, Watermark Sports Photo captures the memories. From the heart-pounding action to the game-winning score, our game day photos make your athlete the star. But we don't stop at game day. With our Sportrait sessions, together we dream up poses and take your athlete's story to the next level. Serving Northeast Indiana and Northwest Ohio, from colleges to high schools and club sports, moments fade, but the memories last forever. Watermark Sports Photo, where every shot is legendary.
We go to the second here at Columbia City as Jackson Johnson was able to get the field goal with less than a minute remaining to make it 3-0. But Riley Biddle going to have to try to get something over in time, and he connects with Alex Scott, his familiar target, and that should be enough for a first down, if not going to be awfully close, and it will be. So they will make it 1st and 10 at the 30. So the loss of 18 not mattering for Riley Biddle and company as they quickly answer back to make it 3-0 in advantage of Columbia City. But again, an East Noble team that can run up the board rather quickly. They're going to go again for the handoff over to Scott. Scott going to get a couple yards on the run, but not too many, as they'll take him down to roughly the 24-yard line, officially the 24. Make it 2nd and 6. With Owen Love bringing him down. And we're just getting underway here in the second. 3-0 advantage of Columbia City. We're going to go 3 up top, 3 to his left. Biddle, long shot, gets it to go! And a commanding pass to the Columbia City 47. Who else again but Alex Scott able to find the way as they get him down at the 47. One more look at that, powered by Anderson Heating and Air Conditioning, as he's able to get it to go, and with the authoritative point. Handoff, but a penalty will be thrown, our first penalty of the game tonight. So we'll look to see officially what it's going to be called. So this could potentially benefit the Knights here. as our officials are conferring at roughly the 40-yard line. So we'll see if it could be maybe something at the spot or going to be a hold potentially. It will be a hold. It's going to go against Columbia City. A personal foul, face mask. So a big gain for East Noble on the face mask. And the Knights now get a big break and get a big gain of 15 to take it up to the 24 with 10:47 remaining here in the second. So again, 3 at the bottom. They're going to go 3 right for Riley Biddle. Scott in the backfield. Biddle trying to get another hand on it. He is going to keep it himself. Riley Biddle goes for a big push. It won't be enough for the first, but a very good gain on the play as they are going to give him 6 yards on the push from McIntosh. Or actually, they're only going to give him 5. Looked like 6, but is going to be 5. So 2nd and 5 at the East Noble, or at the Columbia City 18. They're in the red zone. Here's Biddle looking to launch. Biddle gets it to connect, and a touchdown. Alex Phillips. Alex Phillips again gets it on the board, thanks to another touchdown from who else than Riley Biddle. And a quick 6 on the board, and they do it in quick fashion in less than 3 minutes. Extra point coming up on the way. And for Alex Phillips, looking to get official confirmation on his touchdown. That is his 4th receiving touchdown in 2025. Extra point is good as East Noble quickly runs it up and gets it 7-3 with 9:57 remaining. And tonight's game on Summit City Sports is brought to you by the following, including TJW Industrial, the leaders in design, build, mechanical, and refrigeration. Visit them online at tjwindustrial.com today. By the 12,000 Hoosier men and women of the affiliated district councils and local unions that help build Indiana, we are LIUNA. You can earn your edge this season thanks to Parkview Sports Medicine's Edge Training Program. Visit them online at parkviewsportsmedicine.com/edge today. And brought to you by the folks at Summit City Sports. Be sure to follow us on X at 260 Sports, like us on Facebook, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Well, again, it has been 1 score, 1 possession. Really 2 possessions, only 1 score apiece for each team. As East Noble getting the quick dart from the hands of who else but Riley Biddle to Alex Phillips for his 4th touchdown, receiving, we should say, in 2025, and gets the Knights up 7-3. And so, again, we're going to see the Eagles kick it off left to right. Eagles going to try to go right to left. As Duncan and Smith again deep for Columbia City. And the boot coming on the way once more from Bryce Schultz. Or Evan Sells, I beg your pardon. Here's a seam up front. Here he goes. Here he goes. Gavin Smith all the way for a touchdown. Oh, my. 85 yards for Gavin Smith. A kickoff return for number 7. And it only takes 4 seconds for the Eagles to get back on top. A big run on the way for Gavin Smith as he answers the call again. So just like that, make it 9-7. Head advantage of Columbia City. And what a big swing. Thanks to Gavin Smith. Kick on the way again for Jackson Johnson for the extra point. It is good. 10-7 our score. And a quick reversal of fortune back into the Eagles' favor. 9:46 remaining. So only one play, about 85 yards, not even 10 seconds on the drive. My goodness, this is Indiana high school football on Summit City Sports.
Game day, the moment athletes live for, the intensity, the passion, the unforgettable plays. And while you focus on the game, Watermark Sports Photo captures the memories. From the heart-pounding action to the game-winning score, our game day photos make your athlete the star. But we don't stop at game day. With our Sportrait sessions together, we dream up poses and take your athlete's story to the next level. Serving Northeast Indiana and Northwest Ohio, from colleges to high schools and club sports, moments fade, but the memories last forever. Watermark Sports Photo, where every shot is legendary.
Well, if you just missed the previous touchdown, we'll try to show it to you again, but it's back to Gavin Smith on a touchdown return. And just like that, Columbia City regains the lead again once more, thanks to about roughly an 85-yard run, thanks to the 6'1 senior in Gavin Smith. Alex Phillips going to be in the backfield for East Noble, another receiver trying to get a number on that. But nonetheless, boot on the way from Johnson, and he's going to get this one sailing to the 10, and it'll be picked up by East Noble. It'll be picked up again by Phillips. He's going to get a little bit of a gain on it, but not too much. Going to be down about the 25-yard line. So Phillips gets the return, and they take it down to the 25, but my goodness, a quick run up the gut from the hands of Gavin Smith. We'll try to show that touchdown again to you coming up at halftime, but already quick scoring on the board for Columbia City, a team that we've seen really take their time in drives here in most of this game, but it has been nothing but a quick highlight over and over again from the hands of Gavin Smith. It was so quick we couldn't even identify initially who was right in the backfield. But we can confirm it was Smith, obviously. Here's Biddle, going to hand it up front. Not going to get too much of a gain on that one, but a few extra yards. Look to see who that is. That's going to be, I believe, number 2. And Austin Phillips. So, yes, Austin Phillips going to get a little bit of a run on that one. 9:20 remaining as Shepard brings him down. Going to be 2nd and 4, so a gain of 6 for the freshman. They're going to go back to him again once more. Phillips going to be close, but not going to get it. So Phillips going to be Austin Phillips getting a couple of yards on the run to make it 3rd and 1 officially. So 3-yard gain. See if they can try to continue to run it up the middle. Here's Phillips. He's got 3 up top, 1 to the right, and Austin Phillips in his backfield. Here we go. They hand it off to Phillips. Phillips is going to be stuffed and nowhere to go. And now a little bit of what we thought was going to be yet another fumble and a little scuffle. But nonetheless, he's going to be stuffed and no gain. And decision time, as they're going to go back to the punting unit with Biddle again to punt it over, but another big stop for the Eagles. And that could put them in good field positioning, but I'm looking out to the 2 right, not too much coverage. Could be something rather interesting brewing up here. They lob it, a little bobble on it, as Biddle's just going to pooch this one down to the, let it drop at the 40, and picked up by number 7 of East Noble and Keegan Derry, and the Eagles will set up shop at the 45-yard line rather, with 7:44 remaining. Well, coming up at halftime, we'll get you updated on some of the other scores going on across our network and all across the 260, we should say. We do have 2 scores for you right now. Northrop on top of Snyder, 14-0, and Wayne up on Concordia, 7-0. There at the end of the first at that one at General Stadium. With 10-7 our score here, and Columbia City with the advantage. A little bobble going to go back into the hands as number 22 in Trace Parrish gets a little bit of a gain, roughly 3 on the play, as Riley Biddle brings him down to make it 2nd and 7. With the ball down at the 48. At 7:28 remaining, 7:18 remaining here in the second quarter. It's been a touchdown return for Smith, and a field goal from Johnson's been the difference. Here's another push up front, this time from number 22 in Parrish. He's going to get a little bit more on that one. Still going to be a 3rd down and about 3 to go. So a 4-yard gain for Parrish. So they'll set up shop at the East Noble 48. So 3rd and 3, 6:50 remaining here in the second. As Biddle's going to get the tackle on that one, and you have to think, do you maybe change it up a little bit? Do you stick with what you know? We're going to see 2 receivers potentially go up top. That's number 88 in Braylon Elkins and number 7 in Gavin Smith. They're going to go for a low smath. Penalty will be thrown, but it looks like it may be in the back for Columbia City potentially, and it very likely will be. So wait to see what the official ruling is going to be on that one. As it will be. So we wait for the official ruling, but that was thrown back at the Columbia City 49. And that's certainly going to go against the Eagles, and a hold going to go against them. So that'll push them back even further. And so the 2 penalties have come back to haunt them more and more. So they're going to stay with the 3rd down to make it 3rd and 13. Now back at their own 42. So they're going to stay with the 3rd down. Because, again, this is a Columbia City team that likes to run the clock. But, of course, clock stops on the penalty. 10-7 our score. It looks like, again, they're going to try to go with 2 receivers up top. In Smith and in Elkins. Going to try to let it run down. Gabe McDevitt. And a timeout going to be called by Columbia City as they'll stop to think it over. We'll step aside as well. We'll be back in a moment. This is high school football on Summit City Sports.
Thanks for watching Summit City Sports. To help broaden our coverage, we're asking you to become a monthly sponsor to our Patreon account. We produce weekly highlights and live video broadcasts. When the Homestead Girls Golf Team won its first state title in program history, we were there. When Fort Wayne brought back 3 state titles in cross country, we were there. We believe in sharing positive stories and setting the standard for how high school sports should be covered. Join us and donate today.
Game day, the moment athletes live for, the intensity, the passion, the unforgettable plays. And while you focus on the game, Watermark Sports Photo captures the memories. From the heart-pounding action to the game-winning score, our game day photos make your athlete the star. But we don't stop at game day. With our Sportrait sessions together, we dream up poses and take your athlete's story to the next level. Serving Northeast Indiana and Northwest Ohio from college.
10-7 our score here, and a 3rd and 13 upcoming for Columbia City as they have 2 receivers up top on your screen. 2 to the right. It goes back over to McDevitt. McDevitt looks forward. It is intercepted! And intercepted to QB1. And who else but Riley Biddle to get it down? Take a look at that again one more time as Riley Biddle able to get the pick. And so the Eagles turn it over off the hands of number 4 and Gabe McDevitt. And a quick INT back in their own territory at the 44, but a big push coming in from Riley Biddle with 6:19 left to go. And a great opportunity for Easton Noble to try to push forward if they can. 6:19 left to go. Here's Biddle launching it deep. It is caught! And he is not there yet, but close. Jack Slater with a big reception. As Slater able to get it down and in. With 6:09 left to go, it's going to be first and goal at the 1. As he was awfully close of getting it in time. And it looks like they're going to try to stack up in the box, but not before a timeout called by the Eagles. Take a look at that again one more time as Riley Biddle goes to the air, and Biddle connecting again with Slater, got awfully close to getting it in, but maybe just a yard short with 6:08 remaining here in the first. So as they stop again to think it over, again next week, postseason play, believe it or not, already firing up, and we will have coverage of boys and girls sectionals for soccer. You'll find our produced coverage locally on ihsaatv.org. Again, boys and girls soccer coming up on all next week here on Summit City Sports. The coverage will be exclusively on ihsaatv.org. Here we go. 1st and 1 at the 1. First and goal to try to get it up and in. As Jack Slater was able to get the quick push in time. But can he find a way to go forward? Or will Biddle try to go to Phillips in the back? Shotgun for Biddle. He wants to take it himself. Does he get it in himself? Waiting for the signal. As it looks like they threw maybe the fumble back for a second. As they're trying to confer to see if he got it in time. The ball potentially went out. It's going to be short. So it will be short. Make it 2nd and 1. It is possible that maybe the ball came out from the back and then recovered back by East Noble, but nonetheless, now they rule it a touchdown. Now they rule it a touchdown once more for Biddle. And Riley Biddle doing what he does best, able to get the gains pushed up over and in, and East Noble able to get the run up forward. So 13-10, East Noble back on top in what has been a second quarter shootout so far. With each team getting a touchdown, well, East Noble getting 2 touchdowns rather. Columbia City getting a big TD return. So an opportunity to try to go up by 4. So 13-10 our score. It's going to be off the boot of Evan Sells, the sophomore kicker. As they're trying to at least confirm what the heck's going on down there. So we'll look to see maybe if there was any extracurricular activity or not. Doesn't seem to be as such. So it took some time to get the ruling to make it official for the touchdown. So, again, it could have been a possibility where it was floated over the goal line or fumbled in the end zone and recovered by East Noble. Could have been a various situation of stories. But what we do know that it is officially a touchdown. It's 13-10, 5:31 remaining, and Sells is going to go back to kick it over yet again. So Sells will try to reset it to 5:50 remaining. As Sells gets this up, it is good. So Sells gets up the point, and it's 14-10 with 5:50 remaining here in the second quarter. So another big push coming in from East Noble, and that was thanks again to this big throw from the hands of who else but Riley Biddle, able to connect with number 5 in Jack Slater, as he almost was able to get it in but was just short, and then the pushover from Biddle able to get the touchdown on the board. So make it 14-10 advantage of East Noble. Again, scoring back and forth they go. We'll just have to look to see what happens as the evening progresses here in this one. Again, if you remember, and you were just joining us not too long ago, it was Gavin Smith who got a big touchdown return. This is a replay from earlier, as he was able to get it bobbled at the 19, so make that officially an 81-yard touchdown rush. And didn't have any blockers, but didn't matter for number 7, as that was the quick touchdown return early on in the second. We're still in the second, 5:50 left in the second. Could be one of those that may be a back-and-forth effort here tonight. And so they continue to keep things pushing forward as East Noble boots this one away and back down to the 10-yard line, and scooped up in the interim by number 24 in Lucas Duncan. So Duncan's got to set up shop deep in his own territory. 5:44 remaining. So again, another quick run from East Noble, thanks to the big pass from Slater, or received by Slater from Biddle. And then Biddle again taking it himself, just able to use his body and kind of stretch up towards the goal line. But now what can we see from Columbia City? Again, they've been very good on the run here tonight. Can they find a way to get past a deep secondary? And they're going to get maybe a couple of yards on the rush. They're going to give him 3. This time off number 2. Austin Phillips is going to get credit for the tackle, but number 7 and Gavin Smith on the run. So make it 2nd and 7, 5:21 remaining here in the first half, that is, second quarter. Here's another chance. So they're going to the left side. And McDermott not going to have anywhere to go, as Smith is brought down by number 9 in Cohen Quake. As Quake able to snuff out Gavin Smith rather quickly and push him back even more so, with 4:45 remaining here in the second. Columbia City trailing by 4. East Noble with the advantage. Another push in the QB sneak, not going to have anywhere to go to. Making now 4th and 1. So we'll look to see if they're going to try to bring the kicking unit on or if they're going to stay with it. On 4th and 1, they are going to bring that kicking unit back on. So another break in the action for East Noble on the defense. And so it'll be who else but number 4 back to return it, and Alex Scott, as Tanner Ellis will be ready to bring it over with 3:56 remaining. And we'll see what the Knights can do here on this upcoming possession to try to go up by 2 scores, if that opportunity will pose to it, but not before a timeout will be called by East Noble. So both teams with 1 timeout remaining will take it with them. This is high school football on Summit City Sports.
Game day, the moment athletes live for, the intensity, the passion, the unforgettable plays. And while you focus on the game, Watermark Sports Photo captures the memories. From the heart-pounding action to the game-winning score, our game day photos make your athlete the star. But we don't stop at game day. With our Sportrait sessions, together we dream up poses and take your athlete's story to the next level. Serving Northeast Indiana and Northwest Ohio, from colleges to high schools and club sports, moments fade, but the memories last forever. Watermark Sports Photo, where every shot is legendary.
Got an update from some of the other games going on across the region. A quick score on the board for Northside, make that 14-0 in the totem pole game going on right now. And at last glance, Wayne up on Concordia 7-0, and Northrop up 14-0. And that one at Spooler against Snyder. So we'll see the punt away again once more for Columbia City. And it's going to be a low line drive punt, but they're going to let this one roll out to the 35. So the 33, they're going to rule it officially. So a line drive that looked a little dicey for a moment, but able to bring it over in the interim. So 3:38 left to go here in quarter number 2. It is East Noble with a 4-point advantage here in this one. And again, it's felt like we've gone back and forth on scoring drives, with Columbia City scoring on their last drive, a quick one, mind you, and then East Noble getting a quick one on the previous drive before that. But Columbia City is going to turn it over in the interim.
We have the headlights turned off in the cars in the south parking lot, please. Thank you.
Somebody's car battery might be going down with the headlights on. East Noble now to bring it back, as they have 3 up top here on your screen. 3 to the left. Biddle's going to do the fake, hands off to it. Biddle fakes again. He's not going to have room to go anywhere. And met by a slew of Eagles down about the 31, 32-yard line. Going to be a loss regardless. So 14-10, 3:20 remaining. And brought down again once more for Columbia City. So can they continue to find a way to bring it back forward? And 2nd and 12, 3:05 remaining here in the opening half. Biddle again is going to go down 2 left, 1 up top. And he's going to hand it off to Phillips. Phillips is going to get a little bit of a gain, about 4 on the push. Make it now 3rd and 8 at the 36-yard line. So to make it 3rd and 8 at the 36. So 2:35 remaining and counting, as East Noble could be very well content to keep things pushing forward. And again, East Noble again did receive the kickoff, or did not receive the kickoff in the first half. So Columbia City will have to hurry here if they want to get a chance. It is tipped and deflected as the pass intended for number 4 and Alex Scott. As it was intended for Alex Scott, we should say. Alex Phillips trying to get a hand on it, but could not get it to go. So going to be a 4th and 8 opportunity. Big stop for Columbia City, and they will try to need to make the most of this one if they can, as they trail by 4. But again, even get a field goal, you're only back within 1. You'll have to rely on your defense again once more. So going to be a high snap. Biddle is going to boot this one pretty far deep, but they're going to let that one bounce and let it roll down to the, still going, about the 17-yard line. So a great booming kick from Riley Biddle again. So a big boot from the hands of QB1, and a $1:58 left to go here in the opening half. 14-10 our score. So we'll look to see how this Columbia City team can try to answer back. The defense has done a great job of countering that air raid defense here this evening, but have given up 2 touchdowns in the interim. Both of those, interestingly enough, have been on the ground, or actually one on the ground, thanks to Riley Biddle, but very contributed to that air raid pass. Here comes Columbia City. They're going to continue to keep on the ground. QB keeper this time in the hands of McDevitt. So McDevitt continues to get a little bit of a push forward. 1:52 remaining. Look to see if we'll get a timeout potentially, or officials timeout potentially, or a penalty potentially. And it's a penalty going to go against Columbia City. And a hold will be called. So they're going to push it back. So a big hold. So a sportsmanlike actually going to be called against Columbia City. So going to be 1st and a mile. Nearly 1st and Huntington right now for Columbia City. 1st and a lot. 1st and 13 officially, and nowhere to run to as Smith gets stuffed up the middle. And a $1:40 remaining here in the second half. But he's Noble up by 4. And the Eagles, again, have done a great job of trying to continue the momentum in their advantage. But, again, a lot left to work with here in half number 1. Well, not too much to work with a $1:20 remaining. But they will have a sliver of time remaining between play clock and game clock should they continue to keep the execution going. So 1:07 remaining, 5 seconds left on the play clock. Another handoff to Parrish. He's going to get a little bit of extra yardage, but not going to get too much there. Now down to less than a minute to go. Still one timeout remaining for Columbia City. As Phillips brings him down to make it 3rd and 7 at their own 20. So will we continue to see another rush, or maybe one of those quick pushes coming back from the hands of McDevitt? With 31 seconds remaining, they're going to have to hurry and get something off here. Maybe one more play, maybe take the timeout with so much remaining. As they're going to get another handoff again to Parrish. Going to get maybe a yard or two. They're going to give him 2, and now the timeout will be called. As Easton Noble stops it with 12:26 remaining. So they'll use their last timeout, make it 4th and 7. So try to figure out, again, with the time that you have left, do you want to risk going for it? Again, Columbia City did get the ball to start the first half, so Easton Noble would gain it anyway to start the second half. So we'll have to wait and see what happens if they decide to go for it here, or if it's going to be maybe just a big air raid push with 12.6 left. And again, Columbia City still has a timeout remaining. So you could just go for the punt, pin him deep, East Noble takes a knee. But again, this is an East Noble team that's super hungry, as we know. Coach Alex Stewart certainly could go for some late pushes, as it's 4th and 4 at the Columbia City 20. Actually, the 24 now officially. 23 now officially, we should say. With 12.6 remaining. And they are going to go ahead and punt it back deep. So the quick punt going to come from the boot of Tanner Ellis. And Alex Scott back to receive it. So he's going to set up shop at about the 42. We'll look to see how deep Ellis is going to try to pen this one. Ellis gets the snap, gets a little bit of a run, jump punt, gets it back at the 8-yard line, is going to let that bounce, roll, and stop it at the 45. And they stop it with 2.9 remaining. At the 45-yard line. So East Noble will receive the ball to start here in the second half, but will they maybe try to go for an Aaron Rodgers-esque Hail Mary, or maybe take the knee? I mean, this is an offense that you never know what you're going to get from day to day. And try to maybe, go up 2 scores in a halftime, knowing you have the ball again to make something happen. But 2.9 remaining. We'll look to see what's going to happen, and he's going to try to go for it. So receivers to the left and to the right. Going to rely on the left side. So 3 to the left, 1 to the right, 1 in the back. You don't think he's really going to go to the back, do you? 2.9 left here in the second. here is Biddle. Going to go for the Hail Mary pass, and I mean deep in, intercepted. As Gavin Smith gets the pick. So that is how the first half comes to a close. Take a look at that again one more time, powered by Anderson Heating and Air Conditioning. He had a great push and a great opportunity, but nonetheless, no additional scoring as it's a four-point lead as we go to the intermission. Gavin Smith doing work defensively and offensively here in this one. So we go to the break, and we've got a fun one in store here at the home of the Eagles. But it's East Noble with the advantage, 14-10. We'll be back in just a little bit to get you updated on all the scores and highlights across the 260 this evening. And, of course, we'll show you the bands performing on the field as well. You're watching Indiana High School football on SummitCitySports.com.
Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260's dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our cameras. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
The athletes has always been here, and they're getting better. I'm watching, Summit City Sports, man, they're doing an awesome job. And, that's a plug. Them dudes are doing an outstanding job. And I'm able to be in Nashville and watch games on YouTube that they're broadcasting, and I'm seeing the talent. And it is just truly outstanding. And, you guys have seen the talent that's in the NFL now from Fort Wayne, Indiana, the talent that's coming up now, and the talent that, is just here, man. It's really cool.
Developed for athletes of all sports, PSM's Edge training program is a personalized, high-intensity experience designed to help you outperform the competition. Whether you're looking to enhance your speed, strength, power, agility, or overall fitness, our expert training staff will build a program that adapts to your schedule while maximizing your overall performance. Now accepting athletes 12 years old and up. Get started today. Schedule your free evaluation at psmsports.com/edge.
I started playing football when I was 4 years old in the Cup Football League at Leo. My freshman year of high school, I really started to notice that there was something different about how I played compared to what some other people were playing like. So then I started to develop more. I started to see the results, and then being able to go to Iowa was a big opportunity for me. Being able to train here at PSM has really given me an edge over my competitors. Working on my speed, that's the name of the game nowadays, is who's the fastest guy on the field. Being able to put my body in different positions to allow me to be in the best position during the game is so important to not take those days off and just get into a place like PSM where they have flexible hours, and it's good for college athletes to come in and just train.
Anderson Heating and Air, locally owned and operated with over 50 years of experience. Call us today and get a free quote on a brand new furnace and AC, financed and available. Don't wait. Call us today and sign up for a maintenance agreement and stay cool. Our maintenance agreements will ensure that you're first in line if you have an emergency, and we'll send one of our service techs out for cleanings twice a year. Call us at 557-0958 or request an appointment on our website. Call Anderson Heating and Air, where your emergency is our emergency.
Game day, the moment athletes live for, the intensity, the passion, the unforgettable plays. And while you focus on the game, Watermark Sports Photo captures the memories. From the heart-pounding action to the game-winning score, our game day photos make your athlete the star. But we don't stop at game day. With our Sportrait sessions, together we dream up poses and take your athlete's story to the next level. Serving Northeast Indiana and Northwest Ohio, from colleges to high schools and club sports, moments fade, but the memories last forever. Watermark Sports Photo, where every shot is legendary.
At PSM Sports Therapy, recovery is more than getting you back to your sport. It's about building a stronger version of you. Our team of experts uses state-of-the-art technology to build personalized care plans that get you healthy and back in action safely. With no physician order needed, contact us directly to receive top-quality care exactly when you need it. Call 260-266-4007. Visit one of our Fort Wayne locations or go to psmsports.com to learn more.
The future is what you make it, so make it matter. At the University of St. Francis, we'll help you build a purposeful life, one based on your interests, goals, and desire to make the world a better place. Learning is personal here. You'll be known by name, supported by experts, and connected to professional opportunities. Our Catholic values will inspire you to use your education for the greater good by serving and leading others. Remember, the future is what you make it. Build a life of meaning and purpose at St. Francis. You belong here.
Tired of waiting for a doctor's referral to start physical therapy? At Indiana Physical Therapy, you don't need a prescription. You have the power to choose where you go for expert care. Our experienced therapists will help you get back to doing what you love. With over 19 locations, getting the care you need has never been easier. Take the first step towards a healthier, more active lifestyle. Visit IndianaPT.com to schedule your appointment today.
Indiana Physical Therapy, where people go to get better.
Here, every athlete is one of one. Every day is an opportunity to improve, to become faster, stronger, healthier. That's our commitment. With elite training and expert care, we transform athletes by pushing through challenges and sharing every victory. PSN, you've got goals. We help you get there. Learn more at psmsports.com.
But now I got a hold of everything and I come from study. And now the whole world gon' know my name. And I used to have nothing, but now I got a whole lot of everything. That's why I come from study. When I'm gone, the whole world gon' know my name. 12 years old, caught up in that street life. I was trying to sound harder than the street light. Ran the street sometimes.
We now have the halftime performance by Columbus City Marching Band. Drum major, the field is yours.
Thank you.
Robbie Dillon checking in the broadcast tonight. Welcome to the broadcast. So, we will be out to Toledo next week as it starts near the end of the regular season already. Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260's dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our cameras. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
The athletes has always been here, and they're getting better. I'm watching, Summit City Sports, man, they're doing an awesome job. And, that's a plug. Them dudes are doing an outstanding job. And I'm able to be in Nashville and watch games on YouTube that they're broadcasting, and I'm seeing the talent. And it is just truly outstanding. And, you guys have seen the talent that's in the NFL now from Fort Wayne, Indiana, the talent that's coming up now, and the talent that, is just here, man. It's really cool.
Developed for athletes of all sports, PSM's Edge training program is a personalized, high-intensity experience designed to help you outperform the competition. Whether you're looking to enhance your speed, strength, power, agility, or overall fitness, our expert training staff will build a program that adapts to your schedule while maximizing your overall performance. Now accepting athletes 12 years old and up. Get started today. Schedule your free evaluation at psmsports.com/edge.
I started playing football when I was 4 years old in the Club Football League at Leo. My freshman year of high school, I really started to notice that there was something different about how I played compared to what some other people were playing like. So then I started to develop more. I started to see the results, and then being able to go to Iowa was a big opportunity for me. Being able to train here at PSM has really given me an edge over my competitors. Working on my speed, that's the name of the game nowadays, is who's the fastest guy on the field. Being able to put my body in different positions to allow me to be in the best position during the game. It's so important to not take those days off and just get into a place like PSM where they have flexible hours, and it's good for college athletes to come in and just train.
Anderson Heating and Air, locally owned and operated with over 50 years of experience. Call us today and get a free quote on a brand new furnace and AC, financed and available. Don't wait. Call us today and sign up for a maintenance agreement and stay cool. Our maintenance agreements will ensure that you're first in line if you have an emergency, and we'll send one of our service techs out for cleanings twice a year. Call us at 557-0958 or request an appointment on our website. Call Anderson Heating and Air, where your emergency is our emergency.
Game day, the moment athletes live for, the intensity, the passion, the unforgettable plays. And while you focus on the game, Watermark Sports Photo captures the memories. From the heart-pounding action to the game-winning score, our game day photos make your athlete the star. But we don't stop at game day. With our Sportrait sessions, together we dream up poses and take your athlete's story to the next level. Serving Northeast Indiana and Northwest Ohio, from colleges to high schools and club sports, moments fade, but the memories last forever. Watermark Sports Photo, where every shot is legendary.
At PSM Sports Therapy, recovery is more than getting you back to your sport. It's about building a stronger version of you. Our team of experts uses state-of-the-art technology to build personalized care plans that get you healthy and back in action safely. With no physician order needed, contact us directly to receive top-quality care exactly when you need it. Call 260-266-4007. Visit one of our Fort Wayne locations or go to psmsports.com to learn more.
The future is what you make it, so make it matter. At the University of St. Francis, we'll help you build a purposeful life, one based on your interests, goals, and desire to make the world a better place. Learning is personal here. You'll be known by name, supported by experts, and connected to professional opportunities. Our Catholic values will inspire you to use your education for the greater good by serving and leading others. Remember, the future is what you make it. Build a life of meaning and purpose at St. Francis. You belong here.
Tired of waiting for a doctor's referral to start physical therapy? At Indiana Physical Therapy, you don't need a prescription. You have the power to choose where you go for expert care. Our experienced therapists will help you get back to doing what you love. With over 19 locations, getting the care you need has never been easier. Take the first step towards a healthier, more active lifestyle. Visit IndianaPT.com to schedule your appointment today.
Indiana Physical Therapy, where people go to get better.
Here, every athlete is one of one. Every day is an opportunity to improve, to become faster, stronger, healthier. That's our commitment. With elite training and expert care, we transform athletes by pushing through challenges and sharing every victory. PSN, you've got goals. We help you get there. Learn more at psmsports.com.
I got a hold of everything and I come from nothing. And now the whole world gon' know my name. And I used to have nothing, but now I got a whole lot of everything. That's why I come from nothing. When I'm gone, the whole world gon' know my name. 12 years old, caught up in that street life. I was trying to shout harder than the street light. Ran the streets sometimes.
Well, it's halftime here at Columbia City, and it's East Noble with the advantage, 14-10 here in this one. Let's go ahead and get you caught up along with some other scores going on across the 2-6-0. They are at the break at Wayne, and two teams trying to get their first win in the season. And right now, it's an advantage of the Generals down at Wayne Stadium, 14-6. There at the break at that one. Bishop Dwenger on top of Bishop Luers, but not by as much as you would think. We knew Bishop Luers has won 3 in a row, trying to keep that momentum going. Can they play spoiler to Bishop Dwenger? The Saints currently leading over the Knights 14-7 there at the break at that one. Northrop and Snyder, that is a thrashing by the Bruins at that one, as it's 21-0. They're about to get started at the third quarter in that. In the 100th totem pole game, it's Northside on top of Southside, 14-0 over off Calhoun Street in Columbia. Get an update in other NE8 action. It is Leo on top of Huntington North, 28-7. They are at the intermission at that one. Other NE8 games, New Haven and Belmont. The Bulldogs on top of the Braves, 18-8, as they are midway through the third quarter in that one, I believe. Or actually, I take that back. Yes, they are midway through the third quarter in that one. Adams Central just thrashing Southern Wells at the moment, 48-0. There at the intermission at that one as well. Carroll over Homestead, a big one here so far, and a bigger blowout than we anticipated, 35-0. And this is a Homestead team that beat Northrop just a few weeks ago, so it makes you figure out who wants to win the SAC or SECA division. Who knows? In the NE8, it could all be decided in 24 minutes as East Noble leads over Columbia City 14-10. We'll try to get an update on the DeKalb-Norwell game once we have that in. But in the meantime, we'll send it back to a break, and we'll be back with the second half coming up in just a moment. This is high school football. A fun night in store here across the network again. Other games we have for you, some close ones. Bishop Luers and Bishop Dwenger, Northside and Southside, and Wayne at Concordia. But stick with us. We think we have some fireworks coming your way, and not just literally in the sense here at Columbia City Field. Back in a moment.
Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 2-6-0's dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our cameras. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
The athletes has always been here, and they're getting better. I'm watching, Summit City Sports, man, they're doing an awesome job. And, that's a plug. Them dudes are doing an outstanding job. And I'm able to be in Nashville and watch games on YouTube that they're broadcasting, and I'm seeing the talent. And it is just truly outstanding. And, you guys have seen the talent that's in the NFL now from Fort Wayne, Indiana, the talent that's coming up now, and the talent that is just here, man. It's really cool.
Developed for athletes of all sports, PSM's Edge training program is a personalized, high-intensity experience designed to help you outperform the competition. Whether you're looking to enhance your speed, strength, power, agility, or overall fitness, our expert training staff will build a program that adapts to your schedule while maximizing your overall performance. Now accepting athletes 12 years old and up. Get started today. Schedule your free evaluation at psmsports.com/edge.
I started playing football when I was 4 years old in the Cup Football League at Leo. My freshman year of high school, I really started to notice that there was something different about how I played compared to what some other people were playing like. So then I started to develop more. I started to see the results, and then being able to go to Iowa was a big opportunity for me. Being able to train here at PSM has really given me an edge over my competitors. Working on my speed, that's the name of the game nowadays, is who's the fastest guy on the field. Being able to put my body in different positions to allow me to be in the best position during the game. It's so important to not take those days off and just get into a place like PSM where they have flexible hours, and it's good for college athletes to come in and just train.
Anderson Heating and Air, locally owned and operated with over 50 years of experience. Call us today and get a free quote on a brand new furnace and AC, financed and available. Don't wait. Call us today and sign up for a maintenance agreement and stay cool. Our maintenance agreements will ensure that you're first in line if you have an emergency, and we'll send one of our service techs out for cleanings twice a year. Call us at 557-0958 or request an appointment on our website. Call Anderson Heating and Air, where your emergency is our emergency.
Game day, the moment athletes live for, the intensity, the passion, the unforgettable plays. And while you focus on the game, Watermark Sports Photo captures the memories. From the heart-pounding action to the game-winning score, our game day photos make your athlete the star. But we don't stop at game day. With our Sportrait sessions together, we dream up poses and take your athlete's story to the next level. Serving Northeast Indiana and Northwest Ohio, from colleges to high schools and club sports, moments fade, but the memories last forever. Watermark Sports Photo, where every shot is legendary.
At PSM Sports Therapy, recovery is more than getting you back to your sport. It's about building a stronger version of you. Our team of experts uses state-of-the-art technology to build personalized care plans that get you healthy and back in action safely. With no physician order needed, contact us directly to receive top-quality care exactly when you need it. Call 260-266-4007. Visit one of our Fort Wayne locations or go to psmsports.com to learn more.
The future is what you make it, so make it matter. At the University of St. Francis, we'll help you build a purposeful life, one based on your interests, goals, and desire to make the world a better place. Learning is personal here. You'll be known by name, supported by experts, and connected to professional opportunities. Our Catholic values will inspire you to use your education for the greater good by serving and leading others. Remember, the future is what you make it. Build a life of meaning and purpose at St. Francis. You belong here.
We welcome you back as we get ready for quarter number 3 between East Noble and Columbia City. 14-10 is our score as we head back to the third quarter. Welcome back up top. Joe Northern, delighted to have you with us. It's really been a back and forth affair tonight between these two teams. Gavin Smith, a big highlight this evening with an 81-yard touchdown return early on in the second, but then it was all about East Noble thanks to 2 touchdowns from Riley Biddle, a pass for 19 yards officially at the 10-15 mark in the second quarter, and then a run for Biddle 1 yard into the end zone to make it 14-10 with the extra PAT good. Current rushing leaders, Trace Parrish, he's got 55 yards on the night thus far. Lucas Duncan with a net 21 yards. He had a loss of 2. Gavin Smith with 8. Meanwhile, Austin Phillips leading the way for East Noble on the ground. He's got 20 net yards. Riley Biddle, net loss of 23 yards this evening. But Biddle, however, 6 for 9 with 1 pick and 124 yards as they boot it back over to East Noble and will set up shop again once more. So 14-10, and the Knights will set up shop at the 20-yard line, so 80 yards to work with. Nothing for Riley Biddle. Again, what's on the line tonight? A win, and very likely the NE8 will be yours. If you take a look at the schedule for the Knights, it should be smooth sailing for them as they would welcome New Haven next Friday night and then head over to Belmont. Assuming you win those two, you run the table in the NE8. You could clinch it potentially tonight if you do see the 2 losses with 2 games left to go for Leo and DeKalb, but doesn't appear that's going to be the case. Here's a run left on the left side, and a big rush coming in from Scott. As Austin Phillips at the run, but penalty is going to be thrown. So we'll look to see what the penalty will be, as it'll be the first penalty of the evening on East Noble. So we're just getting underway here in the third quarter, so that's going to push him back just a little bit. We'll wait and see. And it's going to be a hold, so that'll push him back a little bit more. So they'll do it again for the first down, but instead of working with 80 yards, you're going to be working now closer to 90. As they're going to mark the hold down to the 16, so at the spot. So they're going to drop 4 yards on the push. So 1st and 14 as they spot it at the 16. We're just getting underway here. Again, the hold being called at the 24. So they're going to have to try to get set up and get moving. As Biddle's in the back, they're going to go, again, spread offense. 2 up top, 1 at the bottom, 1 in the backfield. And they hand it off again to Phillips. It is the older brother in Alex Phillips, but doesn't get too much to work with. So he's going to gain about 2 to 3 yards on the play. They're going to give him 2. Make it 2nd and 12 at their own 18. So again, the rushing is not kind to East Noble in the first half, as they had a net gain loss of 16 yards. Or really a net loss of 16 yards, we should say. But a net 3 of overall. They gained 13. Quick snap, and it looks like East Noble caught jumping a little bit early. And a false start. Going to go back at the hands of East Noble. So they're going to push him back even further to make it 2nd and 17 now. With 11:15 left to go here in the third, as they continue to push him back just a little bit more. 1 left, 2 right. Biddle looking to find some open aerial. Oh, he finds a way to get away. Penalty thrown in the backfield. Biddle going to get a big run. And down at the 25-yard line. It would get him out of really some deep territory for a 12-yard gain, but we'll have to look and see what the laundry is going to be called for, as it looks like it could maybe be yet another hold on East Noble. We'll look to see officially what it says up top, or official says up top. And it will be back on East Noble. So they're going to leave it 2nd and 17. So a hold is going to be called yet again. So the second hold on this drive against East Noble. And that'll push him down to about the 80-yard line, so half the distance of the goal. So 2nd and 26 now upcoming. They're going to put him down at the 6 now officially. Yeah. They haven't. It's going to be second and 6 officially. Second and 26 down at the 6. Long count upcoming. Plenty of time to work with. Biddle looks for the aerial attack. It is incomplete. Pass was intended once more for Phillips, but couldn't get it to go. And a third down deep in their own territory. At the 6-yard line. Officially at the 8, we should say. 14-10 our score. Again, Biddle settles this high. He looks to go for it, and he can't get it. And incomplete. No flags thrown, and a big break for the Columbia City defense. It was number 13, Ian Barry, there to break it up. And it's 14-10. An advantage of East Noble, but another big break at the back of the box, at the back of the line for East Noble. So still way deep in their own territory. They're going to have to punt it away, and if you're Columbia City, you've got a great opportunity here. And very similar to how we saw the first half started. As this punt's going to go up to the 40. It's bobbled. Hang on. And quickly recovered. We believe by Columbia City. Hang on. East Noble has a hand up thinking they may have it. As they jump on it. It's East Noble ball. Oh, my goodness. Looks like number 55 had a hand on it. And Tatum Gates. Jared Wade in there also. Wait, hang on. Now they rule it back for Columbia City. They had the hand signal up going for East Noble, but it's a Columbia City ball. Again, tough to see from our vantage point. We are high up here tonight, but they are at midfield. And so the Eagles do take over at the 50. They were looking again, the hand signal, thinking it was going to go to East Noble. But no, instead, back to Columbia City. So they let off 1:25 on the clock, 10:35 remaining here in the third. Another handoff again, this time to Trace Parrish. But he's not going to get much, if anything. Maybe one. So they'll give him 1 yard to make it 2nd and 9 at the night 49-yard line. So again, the special teams and the receptions has certainly been something to keep an eye on here tonight. But with 10:03 left to go. As they hand it off again up front for Parrish, it's taken away. Not taken away, he's stuffed. So another big takedown from the East Noble defense again once more. And the East Noble defense certainly lighting it up here in the third. And so a third down upcoming for Columbia City at their own 49. So they can only take a loss of 2 on that one. They go for the receivers up top. Another fumble. Another fumble again, but Columbia City recovers. That is the second straight fumble on the drive. As again, the snaps have not been kind to Columbia City to start here in the third quarter. And it's 14-10, but fortunately they were able to get a hand on it, but unfortunately are going to have to boot it away into East Noble. To East Noble again. Try to see if they can get another pass stop. And about 2 minutes left. 2 minutes let go on that drive for the Eagles. And it's going to be scooped up by number 4 in Alex Scott. So he's going to get down to the 25-yard line with 8:36 left to go here in the third. Joe Northern, Gavin Word up top. Delighted to have you with us here from Columbia City, just on the outskirts of Columbia City on Highway 9. So 14-10 the advantage, and East Noble going to have another quick opportunity to try to take it away or bring it back away on their opposite side. So a quick chance upcoming once more for the Eagles. And they'll set up shop at the 25-yard line as East Noble and Riley Biddle again look to try to go for a big one down the middle. Can they do it? Two left, two going left. Now they're trying to shift everybody to the right. Another run up front this time for Scott, but doesn't get too much. Or Phillips, I beg your pardon. It's number 2 in Austin Phillips getting the quick rush up front to make it 14-10 here in this one. But a 2nd and 6 now opportunity thanks to the 4-yard rush from Phillips in the younger Phillips in Austin. He's going to hand it off to him again. Phillips going to get about a gain of 5 or 6, going to be close to the first down, and they will give it to him. So they're, again, trying to go with a little bit of that run offense as well. As they stop it with 8 minutes remaining, good for a first down. So a gain of 7 on the run. Now another QB keeper, this time for Biddle. Biddle going to get awfully close of getting back-to-back first downs, going to be short. So this is going to be another 2nd and 1 opportunity with 7:44 remaining here in the third. Clock again continuing to run. Biddle going to go 2 left. Going to hand off again to Phillips to his left side. That should be enough for a first down. And will be. So another handoff for Phillips. And again, East Noble doing it on the ground attack this time, with McIntosh getting the tackle to make it 7:24 remaining. But 1st and 10 at their own 47. So again, Riley Biddle is definitely one of those guys that could chew up some clock by handing it off to Phillips or his back core, or look to Willie to try to lob it up, but instead it'll be brought down by Gavin Smith as Austin Phillips gets a little bit of a push forward to make it 2nd and 7 at the 49. So again, East Noble continuing to try to use the clock to their advantage. Again, you have a 4-point lead. This game a lot closer than you think. Has been closer than you think here tonight. Biddle, he wants to go for it all. Biddle looks up top. It is incomplete. And a penalty is going to be thrown. And Columbia City is going to get PI called. Let's take a look at that again one more time. As again, kind of went for the bear hug on this one. And just flopping on top is number 10, Jaden Williams, as he tried to really connect with Alex Phillips, but a little too close for comfort. So no question that's going to be DPI, and a big blow for Columbia City. Big gain for the Knights with 6:30 left to go. But unless there's something else potentially thrown, we'll have to wait and see what it is. But you'd have to think DPI is, and it is DPI. So they're going to continue to push it forward, and a big first down. And a sideline warning going to be called against East Noble in the interim. So a little excessive celebration going on there. So they'll set up shop now at the 36. You get the bonus 15 yards, and now you are in Eagle territory with 6:30 remaining. So the penalty coming up strong for Riley Biddle and company. So they'll set it up again once more. Clock again still stopped at 6:30 as they're trying to get everybody set back up in formation. One left, one right. You got to think maybe the run is going to be the move here, or again a QB keeper. Scott to the left, the elder Phillips to the right. Or Scott to the right, elder Phillips to the left. He goes to the younger brother. Here's Austin Phillips. Phillips finds a seam to the left. Phillips gonna get enough for the first down, if not awfully close to it, as they may rule him out at the 30. So they're gonna give him a gain of 6. Well, actually make it second and they're gonna give him 7 yards, so make it 2nd and 3 now. A little under 6 minutes to go here in the third. East Noble driving. And a whistle going to come back. And penalty going to be thrown out. Unless they get the timeout in time, but a penalty is going to be thrown. But the officials stop the clock for a moment. So we're waiting to see officially what that's going to be called. It is going to be against Columbia City. We know that. So 14-10, our advantage.
6:05 on the clock. 6:05.
Clock needs to be reset to 6:05. So no penalty thrown. Instead, just a clock that it's just a clock issue. So 11 more seconds on the board for Columbia City and East Noble. They're going to hand it up again once more to Phillips, but is going to be just short. As they're going to make it 3rd and 3 officially now, or 3rd and 2 at the Columbia City 30-yard line. 5:46 remaining. Ball back at the 27. Handoff again for Biddle. Gets an open seam. And going to be short of the red zone, but going to be a gain of 6. And brought down by number 2 in Tanner Ellis. So 1st and 10 at the 21. So again, you've still got plenty of real estate to work with if you want to keep with the rush and keep with the clock continuing to run if you are East Noble. If you're Columbia City, you really need to find a way to stuff it up and do a good job controlling the passes. Another handoff again, this time to Phillips. Phillips goes to the left. Phillips is going to score. It's back in the hands of Austin Phillips. He didn't need an extra down. He just wanted to go all the way. And it's a 10-point lead and advantage of East Noble, thanks to the run from Austin Phillips, the freshman. And 20-10 East Noble. And a big push again from Phillips on the opposite side. And a 21-yard rush. So we'll see the extra kicker come up front. Let's take a look at that rush one more time. We're actually trying to find at least a clip of it. Once we find it, we'll show that highlight to you again one more time. But now it looks like a timeout is good, or an injury is actually going to be called. So a player getting injured on the previous play. So looking to see what's going on here. In the meantime, we'll step aside. 20-10 East Noble. Austin Phillips touchdown makes it a 10-point game here in the third.
Thanks for watching Summit City Sports. To help broaden our coverage, we're asking you to become a monthly sponsor to our Patreon account. We produce weekly highlights and live video broadcasts. When the Homestead Girls Golf Team won its first state title in program history, we were there. When Fort Wayne brought back 3 state titles in cross country, we were there. We believe in sharing positive stories and setting the standard for how high school sports should be covered. Join us and donate today.
Game day, the moment athletes live for, the intensity, the passion, the unforgettable plays. And while you focus on the game, Watermark Sports Photo captures the memories. From the heart-pounding action to the game-winning score, our game day photos make your athlete the star. But we don't stop at...
So it ended up being an injury for East Noble, so no timeout will be called, and a chance upcoming for the PAT. So it will be up to number 80, Evan Sells, ready to bring it over. Here's Sells now. Sells lobs this one up, straight through. And it's a 21-10 game, thanks to the big push from Austin Phillips, finding the seam on the left side to make it 21-10, an advantage of East Noble. So no timeout. It was an injury called for East Noble, so you got to hope whoever went down is all right. Again, let's get you caught up on some of the other action going on across our network here. Again, most games now resuming into third quarter. We know the big score and the big story at this point is Carroll up 35-0, or we're up 35-0 at the break. Meanwhile, Snyder getting a quick touchdown there in the third quarter at Spooler, the final home game for Snyder at Spooler before they have their own stadium next year. They're in the third quarter over there in that one. Over at Concordia in Wayne, the Cadets now coming back. They trailed by 2. They haven't hit the PATs tonight, 14-12 in that one. And then again, still looking to see some of the other scores. Again, other games going on that we have here on the network. The Totem Pole game. Last we checked, it was 14-0 at advantage of Northside over Southside, but the Archers able to quickly get a touchdown on the board, at least from what we see. Make that 14-7. East Noble ready to kick it across, as the Eagles are certainly going to have some work left to do here. And Bishop Dwenger and Lurs. Yep, 14-7 in the third. It is Northside and Southside in the Totem Pole game. Dwenger leading over Bishop Lurs 14-7, a close one, as they've got a big 4th-and-1 play upcoming with 1:31 remaining in the third, but certainly not out of it yet over at Lurs Field. Meanwhile, here in this one, we've got a great matchup between East Noble and Columbia City, but it's been the Phillips show yet again, as Austin Phillips able to scope it over for 21 yards. But now it'll be up to Columbia City to try to find a way to answer back. With 5:05 remaining, another NE8 score we had for you. 21-7 DeKalb over Norwell. So a win tonight wouldn't officially clinch the NE8 for East Noble, but certainly will make it rather close. And a fumble's covered up. Who's got it? It's East Noble yet again. They've done it again. Another recovery for East Noble. My goodness. It's the second takeaway here tonight, as the ball handling for Columbia City has been night and day here in the third quarter. But a big takeaway again at the hands of East Noble, and they are certainly now trying to get in the driver's seat with 4:57 remaining in the third quarter. Make it 21-10. And now they set up shop in the red zone, and a great opportunity to try to go up by 3 scores. 2 left, 2 right, or 1 right, we should say. And you got to think Phillips is going to be yet another target in this one. Scott and the elder Phillips on the opposite end. They go for the younger Phillips in Austin. Penalty going to be thrown. And it looks like it's going to go against East Noble. So penalty will be thrown, but looking to see officially who's going to get credit for it. As our officials do converge. Yep, it's a hold against East Noble, so that'll push him back a little more. So that'll give the Eagles a little more breathing room. 4:21 remaining. 4:52 remaining, I beg your pardon. As that'll take him down to the 26-yard line. So loss of 10 on that one. So to make it 1st and 20 at the 26. So a lot of room to work with. But again, wasn't a problem for Phillips before if he finds that left seam. He's also got some blockers up front to help him out too. Biddle is going to look to lob this one up. Does he find his brother's keeper? Yes, he does. My goodness. A big touchdown for the hands of Alex Phillips. Alex Phillips with another 26-yard touchdown, getting just inside for East Noble. Let's take a look at that again. As East Noble with a big 26-yard touchdown as he had his foot barely inside. The magic man in Alex Phillips gets it on the board and make it 27-10. And they're going to fake for it, go for the 2, but not going to get anywhere on that one. So the snap's going to be botched. They were getting a little greedy to try to go for the 2-point play, but could not get it to go with 4:43 remaining. We'll step aside. It's East Noble 27, Columbia City 10. The Knights certainly trying to ride off into that NE8 sunset. Back in a moment.
Game day, the moment athletes live for, the intensity, the passion, the unforgettable plays. And while you focus on the game, Watermark Sports Photo captures the memories. From the heart-pounding action to the game-winning score, our game day photos make your athlete the star. But we don't stop at game day. With our Sportrait sessions, together we dream up poses and take your athlete's story to the next level. Serving Northeast Indiana and Northwest Ohio, from colleges to high schools and club sports, moments fade, but the memories last forever. Watermark Sports Photo, where every shot is legendary.
We're back here, 27-10 advantage of East Noble, and the magic man, Alex Phillips, getting a 26-yard touchdown and using his tippy toes to try to drag it in and get it in time. As we'll see again, the Knights looking for another opportunity, and they've done it thanks to turnovers and forcing the ball out of the hands of Columbia City multiple times here tonight. And those have resulted in scores for the Knights, at least here in the third quarter. Again, the intermission, it was 14-10, but it's been all night. And another drop at the hands of the Eagles, and another big body slam down from the East Noble defense. It's number 13 in Ashton Wade. As Wade got a big ol' stop up front. So we take a look at that again one more time. Powered by Anderson Heating and Air Conditioning, bobbled in and out of the hands of Smith. But nonetheless, it has certainly been one of those nights for East Noble where everything seems to be falling into place here in quarter number 3. In the latest edition of Game Night, we noticed that East Noble, Swami, had East Noble by 22. And East Noble looking to try to get past that and then some. As they lead by 17. Quick rush up front. Back in the hands of, this time, number 22 and Trace Parrish. To make it 2nd and 5 at the 19. So East Noble certainly having a day here in this one. Here's another big push forward in time for Columbia City. And they get a little bit of extra traffic. Riley Biddle gets the tackle, but Parrish with a nice charge up front. So 27-10 our score. East Noble with the advantage in case you're just joining us. We got a penalty flag thrown. Look to see who's going to be credited to. It'll be go to East Noble. So misconduct going to go against East Noble. And a sideline warning going to go back again for the Knights, their second of the night. So a 5-yard penalty will be called. So they'll make it 1st and 5. So you get that halfway mark already taken care of. And the Eagles again looking to try to box it in for the rush. And multiple rushers in form for the quarterback, Gabe McDevitt. So 3:56 remaining to make it 1st and 5 at the 33. So they got the play clock going now, 3:50 remaining. Another handoff again to Parrish. He's going to get a few more yards up forward. As they'll get about a 3-yard gain on the play to make it 2nd and 2 now with 3:38 remaining. Again, other scores, we will get you updated as the evening progresses, but also, too, we have other games going on here on Summit City Sports. Whatever fits your fancy, we've got it for you here tonight. And we'll get you updated on some of the other games going on here this evening. A lot of potential future playoff matchups, especially in this sectional where a lot of these same teams could potentially meet up again 3 weeks from tonight in the opening round. So no gain on the play. Clock continuing to run in 3rd down and 3rd and 3. Another chance forward again to make it 2nd and 3rd and 2. Another handoff again. It looks like it's going to be short for Parrish. And it looks like another throw back in the hands of East Noble, but not going to go. So make it 4th and 1 now. As he's got to think if you're Columbia City, this is the time you got to go for it. Again, time's still on your side, but how much time do you really have to try to get a quick score? They're going to try to stuff it up the middle if they can. Instead, they go to the right and just enough for a 1st down and then some. This time, it's number 32, Corbin McIntosh on the run. So Slater's going to get the tackle on it. Going to be a big gain for Columbia City as they'll set it up at the 43. So they'll get a gain of 6 yards on the play to make it 1st and 10. A $1:48 left to go here in the 3rd. The Knights up by 17. Columbia City trying to rally back and get back on the door. They find another big push up front. And again from Gavin Smith. And a big rush down to the 38-yard line. And now he's getting into Columbia City territory. So they set it up at the 38 in advantage of Columbia City and are in Knight territory. 1:28 remaining. Time not a factor yet, but very well could be. Again, both teams still 3 timeouts remaining. Still plenty of time to work with, but time could be of the essence. It's going to be a QB keep, but nowhere to go to. As number 55 of East Noble, Tatum Gates, throws down the QB in McDevitt. And less than a minute remaining here in this one. In the 3rd quarter, that is. 2nd and 16. So they're going to have to hurry and try to get things moving if you're Columbia City. 46 seconds and counting. 40 seconds remaining. About a 10-second differential between game clock and play clock, so they could run one more play. And they go on the run and caught, but brought down. So they're going to be awfully close, but going to maybe be a 3rd and 2. Or a 3rd and 11, I beg your pardon. As he was stuffed back about a 5-yard gain in 17 seconds, and Columbia City could very well be content to run the clock down in the 3rd, and that's what seems like they're going to do. So 27-10 our score. East Noble up by 2 scores. Columbia City trying to knock on the door here at the end of the 3rd. We go to the 4th. from Columbia City in just a moment. This is Indiana High School football on SummitCitySports.com.
Here, every athlete is one of one. Every day is an opportunity to improve, to become faster, stronger, healthier. That's our commitment. With elite training and expert care, we transform athletes by pushing through challenges and sharing every victory. PSN, you've got goals. We help you get there. Learn more at psmsports.com.
We're back here at Columbia City where the Eagles trail by 17. Other scores going on right now across the region. They are in the fourth, and the Cadets with a late lead, 24-14, as they're early on in the fourth quarter in that one. 9:24 left in Bishop Luers and Dwenger, as Dwenger leading by 2 touchdowns. 9:34 remaining. North side, south side, 14-3. Big QB pass going to be incomplete from the hands of number 4 in McDevitt. So a 3rd and 11 upcoming, 4th and 11 now upcoming. And so you have to think that this is going to be desperation time if you are Columbia City. So we're just getting underway here in quarter number 4. So 4th and 11 upcoming for Columbia City. They got to go for it here. Here's McDavid. Gets this up and got it! A big first down pass as Elkins gets the handoff and the big reception. So let's take a look at that again one more time. As Elkins was able to get the big pass from the hands of McDevitt. And that keeps the Eagles still running. As McDevitt now gets a big rush. They hand it off to Parrish. As Trace Parrish gets it up front. So Columbia City knocking on the door with 11:20 remaining here in the fourth. 11:19 remaining to make it 2nd and 4. So the Eagles certainly not giving up hope anytime soon. Still very much alive here in this one. Another rush up front for Parrish. He's going to get a little bit on that. And enough for a first down. So Parrish able to get the first down push. And now Columbia City going to be playing a little hurry-up offense right now. With a 17-point advantage, but again, get one score, try to get some fancy footwork at a stop or two. This could change on its head rather quickly. Instead, it's going to be stuffed up as Parrish not going to be able to get 3 consecutive rushes in a row, as that's going to be no gain on the play to make it 2nd and 10. So another chance upcoming for Columbia City. Handoff again to McDevitt, nowhere to go to. And just great coverage from the back end of East Noble. So an incomplete pass, going to have to set up for another 4th and 10, and it looks like we've got an injury down for Columbia City. So 10-11 to go left here in the third. Tonight's game on Summit City Sports is brought to you by the Big Eyed Fish. You can enjoy the best fish in Fort Wayne in a family-friendly environment only at the Big Eyed Fish. By Tom Steele Tire, 2 locations best to serve you off North Clinton and West Jefferson. By Ottmuller Contracting, from bid to build, Ottmuller Contracting has you covered. Visit ottmullercontracting.com. By Summit Volleyball, training and building the highest quality volleyball players from ages 5 to 18. Jump on board. Together we can reach the summit. By Jolly Law Firm, the area's premier criminal defense firm. Whether you're facing an OWI or any other criminal accusation, Jolly Law Firm is the best defense. By Sioka Cleaning and Restoration, quality service, responsive service, and a commitment to people. That's what they're all about. Visit siokas.com. By the University of St. Francis and their online degree programs. Visit online.sf.edu today to figure out your next educational step. By TJW Industrial, the leaders in refrigeration and mechanical. Visit tjwindustrial.com. By the 12,000 Hoosier men and women of the local district councils that help build Indiana, we are LIUNA. And by Parkview Sports Medicine's Edge Training Program. Visit online at parkviewsportsmedicine.com/edge today. It was number 62 down, or number 52 down, I believe, for Columbia City. Or 62 down, as Arrow Molex able to walk it off. A handle's going to be thrown, penalty going to be thrown. It looks like it's going to be back on the Eagles. And a false start going to go back on Columbia City. So that will push him back even further, as they're going to take it. So they'll take it, make it now 3rd and 15 from the 18-yard line. Actually looks closer to the 19 from our vantage point. But a 17-point advantage for East Noble to make it 3rd and 15 on the 19-yard line. Here's Busco now. You got to think aerial attack may be the way. Handing off may not be the way to go. They say, no, we're going to run it up anyway, but nowhere to go to. And the running attack for Gavin Smith, trying to get so much, but could not get it to go. With 9:54 remaining here in the 4th, and 4th and 15. Well, actually, they'll maybe give him a few yards on the push, if anything. Maybe 1. They're going to go for the field goal unit now, and a long one for Jackson Johnson. This one's going to be just shy of 40. This one, 34-yarder, it is up and no good. And it looked like maybe Riley Biddle had a hand on it. As we take a look at it again one more time, potentially Biddle got a hand on the field goal unit. Again, not from our vantage point. We can't show you who maybe had a look at it or not, but nonetheless, let's look at it one more time. Potentially Biddle did get a piece on it. Again, not conclusive from our vantage points, but nonetheless, 27-10, and East Noble trying to shut the door and be in supreme pole position of the NE8. Again, even if East Noble were to drop a game in the next 3, they would all clinch at least a share of the league tonight. At least they will clinch a share of the NE8 tonight. But with any tiebreakers, however, they would still hold it. So yes, for all intents and purposes, the NE8 is still likely going to run through Kendallville. As Phillips is going to get a quick rush up front. Not too much to work with 9:17 remaining. Clock going to continue to run with 9:17 left to go. So let's go ahead and get you updated on some of the other games going on here in the 2-6-0. It's 21-13, South Side and North Side there in the 4th quarter in the totem pole game. A big rush upcoming for the hands of the Legends. Another rush up front for Biddle. He's going to try to keep it himself here, but not going to have anywhere to go on that one. Make it 3rd and 3 as he gets a gain of 4. Clock continuing to run. 8:35 remaining here in the 4th. And defense continuing to make a run on the pass. So we'll see if they'll try to stick with the ground or maybe go to the air to at least buy a first down and continue to chew that clock as much as you can here. With 8:17 remaining, 10 seconds on the clock, on the play clock. Now down to 5. They're going to be content to try to keep it back to Biddle, and they do. But Biddle not going to get enough. If not, he's going to be awfully close. So they're going to give him 2 yards on the run. So make it 4th and 1 at their own 29-yard line. So we'll see if Ace Noble is content to go with it here. Again, you have the clock on your side, but Columbia City still with 3 timeouts remaining. So a first down will certainly make it more difficult for Columbia City. They go for Biddle. Biddle is going to get enough, and a first down for QB1. And he does the whole traffic cop throw to the left. His left, we should say. Well, his right, our left up top. 7:23 remaining. And as they set up again shop with a quick gain of about 3 yards, or 4 yards, we should say, to make it 1st and 10 at their own 33. Clock continuing to run with 7:11 left to go here in this one. Another push over for Biddle on the fake. It is tipped. And an incomplete pass that'll stop it with 6:59 remaining. Here in this one. Joe Northern, delighted to have you with us on a Chamber of Commerce-esque evening here in Columbia City. As Easton Noble again just trying to get ever so closer. But the Knights just continuing to roll on in this one, thanks to a late surge in the third, as they got 13 points in the third quarter and have held Columbia City scoreless in the second half so far. And have really held Columbia City scoreless since the intermission, and actually really since midway through the second quarter. So a 4-yard run going to be picked up again for Phillips. And 6:40 left to go here in this one. But Easton Noble again content of really just trying to keep the clock going, getting those first downs. Again, Columbia City still got 3 timeouts remaining. May not be a situation to use them here. You got to hope for maybe they go for an aerial attack to at least stop the clock for the moment. At 27-10 our score. And a whistle and timeout called by East Noble. So we will go ahead and actually keep it right here and get you updated on some of the other scores going on across the network here on Summit City Sports. It looks like we don't have a final yet, but we've got a close one brewing over at General Stadium. One of these two teams is going to get their first win. It's Concordia and Wayne. They're late in the fourth. If you want to catch the end of that one, Steve Orth has you covered over there. Over at Lurs Field, Bishop Dwenger leading 21-7. They are with 5:20 and counting left in that one. Northrop and Snyder, that is the Northrop throttling right now. They're in the fourth quarter, 35-7 in that one. And then the totem pole game, 21-13, getting a little bit closer at the home of the Archers, but the Legends are driving deep in their own territory as they are in the fourth quarter over there. Meanwhile, in other scores in action going on in any 8-play, Leo and Huntington North, 35-21 Lions, but Huntington North with the football right now with 7:58 remaining in that one. And then Carroll Homestead, we knew Carroll was up big time at the break, 35-0. Not sure if we've gotten an update on that one over on CSN. I think that one actually is now officially a final. But it's Easton Noble time now, and a chance for the Knights to push forward. It's going to be another handoff to Biddle. Biddle gets a first down and then some. Here he goes again. QB1 to the 10 zone. Touchdown. A 56-yard run for QB1 yet again, as Riley Biddle continuing to find a way to get to the end zone. And able again to use what has been the great sweet spot for East Noble. That left seam on their sideline, able to get 6. So a rushing touchdown on the board for Biddle. That's his second tonight. That is his 9th touchdown of the season. And we'll see Sells now ready to bring it over 34-10 as this one is up and it's good. So East Noble up 24, and it has been nothing but Knights since midway through the second as they've rattled off 27 unanswered in that one. We do have our first final of the night as Carroll shuts out Homestead 49-0, the final in that one. 49-0 the final. We do have an update for Leo Huntington North. They're at the 6-minute mark. Lions up by 2 touchdowns, 35-21. But again, what does that matter at the standings of the win tonight? East Noble is in the driver's seat. If not, we'll be crowning that NE8 title yet again. And then other teams we have coming up. It'll be Northrop and Snyder. That's 35-0. They're at the break there. Or, well, in the fourth quarter there, I should say. Northside trying to ice it against Southside, 21-13 there in the fourth. One of these two teams is looking like they're going to get their first win. We don't have a final as of yet. It's a late Wayne timeout, we should say. So they just have a timeout late in the fourth. That one's 21-20 in advantage of the Cadets. And then Bishop Dwenger and Bishop Lurs. Dwenger nearly closing to icing that one over at Lurs Field, 24-7. So again, Dwenger now looking ever more and more at the top of the table in the SAC with the Homestead throttling and Carroll winning. But again, if you're Dwenger, you get that win over Dwenger anyway to begin with. Here's a chance upcoming for Smith. Smith gets a juke upside and sets up shop at the 46 with 5:45 remaining. Again, close finishes. If you want to check out one, head on over to Concordia and Wayne. If you want to check out a close finish, another close finish going on right now on the network between Northside and Southside in the totem pole game. But we still think, again, we've seen wackier things happen here in the NE8, so you don't want to leave us just yet. 34-10 here in the fourth. Another big pass, but going to be incomplete and low. And a little bit of a tussle going on between some of the defensive backs. One in number 78 and Braden Potts, and number 56 and Dallas Falshing. So 5:42 remaining. They stop the clock to make it 2nd and 10. But again, it has been nothing but East Noble just continuing to dominate, and certainly it's about to strike midnight for Columbia City in this one. Still not over yet. Going to be handed off again once more. And a nice rush up the middle. Again by Geiger, going to get the rush up front to make it 3rd and 4 at the 50-yard line. So, again, Columbia City has done a great job on the rush, but East Noble has had a lot of their touchdowns, most of which above 20 yards and over, nearly picked off by Phillips in the backfield. The clock stops at 5:07 remaining here in the fourth. The 6:33 remaining, 9 with 5:09 left to go, 5:07 to go left, we should say. But again, the run continuing forward for East Noble. Here's another push upside. This one's intercepted again. Intercepted by Alex Scott. He gets another one and held in the backfield, trying to find a seam. Scott trying to go and brought down in Eagle territory. And that may do it. Look at that again one more time. Another INT from the hands of Gabe McDevitt. As again, the push from Scott, able to still stay on his feet. And for Alex Scott, that is interception number 4 on the season for him. With 4:52 remaining. And again, just what an effort tonight for East Noble with a very just explosive second half and late first quarter going 27 unanswered points. Biddle again in shotgun formation in Columbia City territory. Here's Biddle. He wants to launch it up. Biddle gets it across. And another big grab, this time from the hands of Jack Slater. Slater has been looking to try to go to the end zone tonight. He was so close in the second, but could not get it to go down at the 1. But nonetheless, Slater with another big reception. Make it 1st and 10 at the Columbia City 20. So 2 left, 2 right again for Biddle. Biddle trying to ice it here and not only shut the refrigerator, but put a lock potentially on the NE8. Another handoff up front, this time into the hands of number 28. So Lucas Nyman, number 25, get his hands on it. So a big rush again for Nyman with 4:18 left to go as they make it 1st and goal at the 8-yard line. Potentially sideline getting a little too close for comfort. No sideline warning officially thrown. But 10 on the play clock, 7 now, 6. Have a little bit to work with. Less than 4 minutes remaining here in this one. Another handoff for Biddle. Skates it across. Incomplete. And it was intended for number 7, it looks like, and Keegan Derry trying to get a hand on it. No, I beg your pardon, number 3. Elliot Bilby trying to get a hand on it. Alex Scott also in the mix, too, as well, to make it 2nd and 8. 3:50 remaining here in this one, but East Noble trying to pull away rather late yet again with 3:50 remaining here in this one. So 2 left, 2 right again once more. It's been nothing but Noble. Here's a fake over to Biddle. He did it again. Biddle has done it again. His 3rd touchdown tonight. As Biddle makes it 40-10. An advantage of East Noble. And an extra point upcoming, and it's a 31-point game with 3:45 left to go. And make it now, pending the extra point, at least 33 consecutive points answered since midway, unanswered since the second quarter. Make it 34. So Riley Biddle, he gets up to his 10th touchdown of the season. 3 of those here tonight. 3:45 left to go in this one, and East Noble has certainly found a way to shut the door in this one and going to remain undefeated and very all but likely locking up the NE8 as their own. And at least will be in pole position for it, as we say. Again, trying to get you some other scores going on. We do have some games that are close to the finish. North side and south side. That one getting close at the end. Concordia and Wayne, that one also nearing the final. Concordia up by 1 late in that one. And north side and south side, that's 21-13. Archers are driving late, so a possibility for the Archers to potentially tie that one up in the totem pole game. So we will tell you, if you want to see some close games, you might want to go to those two. However, if you want to see offense and Riley Biddle continue to light it up, keep it over here with us. 35-14 advantage of Northrop over at Spooler Stadium. Snyder's final home game at Spooler before they have their own stadium next season. Notice we did home in air quotes as our friends at the Hawk got a nice kick out of that too next to us. 27-7, almost over at Lurs Field as Bishop Dwingers got that one ready to go, and quite simply, we'll get to the SAC A Division fully in their hands. That's going to be scooped up now by Columbia City and Jaden Williams. Williams tries to get a seam down to the 25, 3:37 remaining and counting. Well, 3:36, and the clock stops there. Well, again, next week here on Summit City Sports, we've got another full slate of football for you. Big slate of football, potentially 6 games on the network for you. It's going to be led by Carroll and Northrop. And again, with both teams dominating, could be a game that could decide SAC play. Again, with Northrop likely winning tonight, they should be at the top of the A Division. I beg your pardon. Bishop Dwinger definitely a close second in that A Division. Other games we'll have for you. New Haven taking on these East Noble Knights in Kendallville. I will be at Columbia City, or I will be at Leo watching Columbia City next Friday night from Leo Lions Field. West Noble, Churubusco. Southside at Concordia. Penalty going to be thrown. And then Wayne and Bishop Lurs. Those will be tentatively the 6 games we have for you coming up next week here on the network. So I'll be at Leo Lions Field for Columbia City and Leo. Again, what could be a sectional 19 preview one way or another. So they're going to push it back again on another penalty against the Eagles to make it 1st and 10 at the 8. So a hold going to be thrown in the interim. And the clock again not on the side of the Eagles. Have to kind of try to throw up some quick opportunities here, but very well, maybe too little, too late. 41-10, an advantage of the Knights, and again, the Knights are possibly one of the area's lone undefeated teams. So we'll have to wait and see, however, other scores in the region, if other teams are undefeated. Bluffton, I believe, still undefeated coming into this one tonight. Adams Central, same thing. As this one's going to be stuffed up the middle once more. As Parrish, again, just trying to get a hand on it, but couldn't get it to go. 2:53 left to go here in this one. And it's about to be a win for this one, thanks to 34 unanswered points from the hands of East Noble. And they just continue to find a way to light it up all night long. And Riley Biddle with 3 touchdowns to continue to make it happen here at Columbia City. Here's another hold. This one, pass completed, gets it off into the hands of Braden Elkins. As Elkins gets it up to the 40-yard line. 2:17 remaining. They stop the clock. But again, try to get some points to get ever so closer in this one. But again, East Noble going to continue to be at undefeated. And likely for the 3rd year in a row, going to take home the NE8. As they hand it off again once more, McDevitt finds Parrish. Parrish finding the open seams. Parrish gets a chance to get a little bit of a run before steamrolling over a few Knights at the 40-yard line. Inside the 40, really. Put it down. We'll look to see officially where they spotted at the 37-yard line. With 2 minutes remaining here in this one, Columbia City, again, is trying to get some points on the board. And again, this is one of those games that was a lot closer at halftime than what it appeared to be, but then 27 second-half points for the Knights. Here's a long pass from McDavid. It is incomplete. Intended again once more for Elkins. And a $1:42 remaining in this one, 2nd and 10. So you have to think Columbia City going to try to continue to push it forward, and the Knights going to maybe take a kneel in victory formation. Again, with a 31-point advantage. With 1:42 remaining here in this one. Here's another handoff again. Parrish trips over. Not going to go anywhere on that one. 1:37 remaining. And we'll see if Columbia City will elect to take a timeout or not. They will not. They're just going to let it run with a $1:26 left to go here in the fourth rather. And the Knights going to go back to 7-0. Likely NE8 champions yet again, barring any other wild circumstances. At least they'll have a share of it in 1 minute and 8 seconds. Here's a swing up to Elkins, able to get the pass out of the 28-yard line. So that's down to the 29-yard line. And a 4th and 2 upcoming. And 1:04 left to go. They set it at the 29 and a 4th and 1. So see if you can go for it here and try to get something on the board if you are East Noble. Or if you're Columbia City, I beg your pardon. Well, Columbia City does exactly just that. So they get inside the 20, a big gain up front, so a gain of about 9, if not 10 on the play. 56 seconds remaining, but certainly not going to matter late here in this one. And the late push-up coming for Parrish. It's not going to have anywhere to go. 30-second difference between game clock and play clock, but not going to matter, as East Noble at least clinches a share of the conference tonight. Not officially win it outright as of yet, but in 25 seconds, will officially have a share in this one. Another pass from McDevitt, and gets it pass and out of play. Connected over to Braden Elkins as they're inside the 15-yard line. Third and 3 now upcoming, as East Noble up by 31. They set it up at the 13, 17.8 left to go in this one. They're going to go far right. Elkins looking on his opposite side. McDevitt looks again to Elkins. It is bobbled and incomplete. The clock stopping at 12.3 left to go. And we do officially have a final. Concordia over Wayne, 21-10. The Cadets get their first win of the year. And a final, Bishop Dwenger over Lurs, 27-7. That's a final over there. 2 games still on the air as of now, but late in the fourth, Northrop over Snyder. Also still trying to hang on to that upper first place standing as they lead it 35-14 late at Spooler. And Northside getting a late touchdown. 28-14 the score over there. Pass caught up front for Williams. Not going to matter. It's going to be short. The clock is going to run to 0, and East Noble is 7-0. Well, actually not officially over. They have 1.5 remaining. But 41-10 will be the likely final after 1.5. They stop the clock for the moment. So 1st and 10 at the 12-yard line. But certainly not going to matter late here in this one. And again, the night highlighted by who else? But likely your Parkview Sports Medicine player of the game. You know what? Let's just give it to him. Riley Biddle, yet again. 3 touchdowns for the QB1. And 2 of those rushing. One, a big rush on the left side. And the other, a 1-yard run. As Columbia City will drop this one 30 by 31 points. And East Noble wins a share of the NE8. At least will clinch a share of the NE8. And your final, East Noble 41, Columbia City 10. And your Parkview Sports Medicine player of the game, who else? Riley Biddle, 3 touchdowns, and a big part of what was a 34-point explosion from midway in the second quarter as East Noble effectively pitched a shutout from midway through the second quarter and 27 unanswered points in the second half. So your final from Columbia City, 41-10. East Noble winners, at least going to win a share of the NE8 this season, ever so closer to trying to win it outright. We'll find out more next week. And we'll join you next week, tentatively from 6 spots. Headline game will be Carroll at Northrop. We'll also see these East Noble Knights take on New Haven back in Kendallville. I will join you from Leo Lionsfield as the Eagles take on Leo. That'll be a big game over on the east side, northeast side of Fort Wayne, Leo Cedarville specifically. West Noble takes on Churubusco, south side of Concordia, and Wayne at Bishop Lurs. And we'll have that all for you beginning next week, starting at 6:45, right here on Summit City Sports. For all of us here at Summit City Sports, Joe Northern saying so long from Columbia City, where the Knights roll thanks to a 34-point unanswered effort since midway through the second, and are now in prime position to run the table in the regular season, at least, in 2025. So long, everybody.
Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260s dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our camera. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
The athletes has always been here, and they're getting better. I'm watching, Summit City Sports, man, they're doing an awesome job. And, that's a plug. Them dudes are doing an outstanding job. And I'm able to be in Nashville and watch games on YouTube that they're broadcasting, and I'm seeing the talent. And it is just truly outstanding. And, you guys have seen the talent that's in the NFL now from Fort Wayne, Indiana, the talent that's coming up now, and the talent that, is just here, man. It's really cool.
Developed for athletes of all sports, PSM's Edge training program is a personalized, high-intensity experience designed to help you outperform the competition. Whether you're looking to enhance your speed, strength, power, agility, or overall fitness, our expert training staff will build a program that adapts to your schedule while maximizing your overall performance. Now accepting athletes 12 years old and up. Get started today. Schedule your free evaluation at psmsports.com/edge.
I started playing football when I was 4 years old in the Cup Football League at Leo. My freshman year of high school, I really started to notice that there was something different about how I played compared to what some other people were playing like. So then I started to develop more. I started to see the results, and then being able to go to Iowa was a big opportunity for me. Being able to train here at PSM has really given me an edge over my competitors, working on my speed. And that's the name of the game nowadays, is who's the fastest guy on the field. Being able to put my body in different positions to allow me to be in the best position during the game. It's so important to not take those days off and just get into a place like PSM where they have flexible hours, and it's good for college athletes to come in and just train.
Anderson Heating and Air, locally owned and operated with over 50 years of experience. Call us today and get a free quote on a brand new furnace and AC, financed and available. Don't wait. Call us today and sign up for a maintenance agreement and stay cool. Our maintenance agreements will ensure that you're first in line if you have an emergency, and we'll send one of our service techs out for cleanings twice a year. Call us at 557-0958 or request an appointment on our website. Call Anderson Heating and Air, where your emergency is our emergency.